and the academy started pretty well around 2023. That was when we launched out, and then as time goes on, we've been able to build a community of photographers of over 10,000 photographers across over 10,000. I'm mistaken, actually, over 16,000 African photographers. As at the last time I checked, we've gone past 16,000 members in our community. We have photographers everywhere across Africa: Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, DR Congo, Zimbabwe, and the likes, and also Africans in diaspora. So one of the okay.
OLUSEYI. Okay. Hello. KELECHI. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Did I overdress? It's like it's my wedding, Avi. How are you guys doing today? Are we excited? I'm seeing some familiar faces, and I'm seeing some brand new friends. I'm going to meet a lot of brand new people today. I'm so excited. So my name is OLUSEYI Magic. Some of you already know me. All of you know me, right? And I'm the convener of Magicmind podcast. Some of you watch some of my episodes. If you've not seen any of the Magicmind podcast episodes on YouTube, can you wave? Okay, perfect. So I decided to come up with something like this out of the idea of Magicmind podcast. For those of you that have been watching the online episode, you will see that there's an emphasis on personal development and business growth, right? That's like the focus of the podcast. We don't talk much about lighting and retouching, which I know is important. That's the product, right? But I know there has to be a balance, which is where personal development and business growth comes to play. Like the theme of this event is how to increase your vision or expand your vision and elevate your business. So those are the two things we are going to be looking at. We already have Uncle Kelechi in the house. I'm supposed to call him up any second for the first session. Then after him, we'll have the amazing Felix Crown also to join us for the second session. Then I'll wrap up with the keynote. Are we ready? I know we started late. I apologize for that. But now that we are here, I want us to focus. I don't want this to just be a place you just came to vibe, right? Take your notepads out. It's not easy to sit in front of someone like a legend like Uncle Kelechi AMADI-OBI, especially in a small, intimate session like this, right? And I'm going to be sitting with him. I'm going to be asking him a lot of deep questions as to how to grow, how to do great things. So don't just listen to these things. This is someone that has been in the game for almost 30 years, if not more, right? When I was talking to him, when he started shooting, I was still in primary school. Imagine. So he has so much to learn, and he has built his brand and stayed relevant for that long. Before we came into this space, even now that we are in this space, he's still very relevant. It shows that there's a lot to learn from him. So when I call him up now, I want us to give him a very warm standing ovation and welcome him. You know, it's Uncle K. No be beans to carry Uncle K come. It took a lot, so it has to be worth it. But the real value we are going to get is if you guys are able to get actual lessons that you would actually apply in your life. So in the next few months, and I see you, or you make a testimony and you say, it was when I came to Magicmind podcast, they said this, Uncle K said this, Felix Crown said this, OLUSEYI Magic said this, and this is how I was able to achieve this particular result in my life, right? So we're ready, right? Okay, is my audio good? You guys can hear me loud and clear? All right, so is it mic'd? It's ready. Okay, so we're going to kick off for the first session now. I need my iPad. So it's more like a podcast settings. You guys can already see two chairs. So we'll just sit down. You guys should just listen and focus, right? Okay. Where's my iPad, please? Okay. Those of you that watch me a lot, you always see this red thing. Okay, so just for my notes. Is the live stream going? Okay. Okay. All right, so let me call up Uncle K. So with an amazing standing ovation, a round of applause, let us welcome the legend, the king himself, Uncle Kelechi AMADI-OBI. Let's get more excited. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
So much. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes,
Wonderful to be here.
yeah.
I've got quite a full house. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It means a lot sitting here with you. It's something I've dreamt of for a long time. I didn't even expect it to be an actual reality. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the sacrifice. I understand you have a tight schedule today, so still being here means a lot. He has a lot to do today, so he had to cut out a bit of time for us. So let's just give him a round of applause for that. Thank you so much again. All right, so let's just get to it,
Please.
because there's a lot we would like to learn from you. And you are someone that has been not just impactful to us before we enter this space. You've been like a direct source of inspiration for us. I remember when I was starting out, it was people like you that gave me some hope, some feeling of hope that, okay, I think I can make something out of my life if I enter this space. Because personally for me, I loved photography. I wasn't 100% crazy about it, but I loved it. And I was trying to see that, okay, if I come into this space, is there any potential to achieve anything decent out of my life? Because I was already a banker. Right, and people like you are the reasons I said, well, if he can do this, if this is where he is, the kind of lifestyle he has, the kind of success he has achieved in the industry, I think I have potential to also do so, right? So I want to start with a question in line with that. How are you able to stay relevant for this long? Because when we spoke the last time we met, you talked about when you entered the space, and I'm like, we just even entered a few years ago. How you've been relevant for decades upon decades. Can you give us some tips that you have employed in your journey to stay relevant for this long time?
I think a lot of times it's something deeper than trying to make a living. It's about becoming. What do I mean? I've decided this is the life I will live. This is what will give me joy. This is what will give me fulfillment. First, that the process of creating in itself becomes the end. So when the process becomes the end, remuneration becomes an extra. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
So I looked at this. It was in my year 3. I read a book. And they say, man, know thyself. I said, what do they mean? They say, you must understand your purpose on this earth. What were you put here specifically to do? What do you have a little more advantage over other humans on this earth? And what will you do for the rest of your life if there was no possibility of failure? Now, once I decided I was going to be a visual artist, and that this was something I loved doing that would give me fulfillment, that was it. I got locked in. Now, what I've been doing since I was in primary school, which is drawing and making doodles and drawing cartoon characters, and then when I make it, I show it to my friends, and they're like, whoa, that's a great drawing, man. You know, Spider-Man throwing a web. I'm like, I wish I could draw like that. That's it. That statement, they're giving me 200 million naira right there inside my head. That's enough energy for me to make another 200 drawings and get better at the craft. So the process of drawing itself releases dopamine. The process of making photographs becomes an end in itself. Now, when you're talking about, oh man, you've been relevant for all these years, well, because I've been enjoying it all these years. You know, the business has its ups and downs, if you get what I mean. Sometimes the clients want to pay, sometimes they don't want to pay. Sometimes they call, sometimes they don't call. But that doesn't matter to me. What matters is that I wake up and I decide to create. And the process of creating over and over again with a mind to improve, not a senseless repetition of the same thing, puts me in that space where the process itself becomes an end. And once that happens, you then become. It's no longer what you do. Like somebody asks, oh, you know, photography is your profession. I say, no, photography is not what I do. Photography is who I am. You can't see a lion that went and pounced on a gazelle. You say, bros, now that lion wicked though. See, you kind wicked animal be that just why you know if it asks permission before you go. People say no, but that is a lion. This is what he does. It is who he is. I don't know if you understand. Imagine lion saying no. The economy is bad. I can't be hunting for gazelle. Somebody needs to pay me. Our client no one pay. So I can't hunt. That is it for a photographer who says, now wow, they no one pay. So we are not shooting. Then you are not a photographer. It is not who you are. It is what you do. When it becomes who you are, then it does not matter. And the irony of it is whatever you do repetitively with a mind to improve, you will get better at. And once you get better at it, and better, the mind works in an interesting way. Your mind does not want to argue about things or think about them. So when your mind understands that you do this often enough, it will take whatever you're doing repetitively and go and put it into your subconscious, which means you don't need to think about it anymore. I don't know if you understand. And once you don't think about it, you've gone into the realm of spiritual. It has become you. Now, this sounds funny, but it is true of everything you do in life. At some point in your life, things were difficult. Of course. Breathing, as we take it for granted today, they had to slap your back when they get back to you for you to cry and take your first breath. So, it was difficult. You weren't breathing when you were inside the womb. And once you take that first breath, you keep breathing until you die. It takes you almost a year or 2 years to learn how to walk. Think that is easy, to be walking on just 2 legs? Not easy. The art of walking is falling forward, believing that you will catch yourself.
Never thought of this way.
It's a big act of self-trust. That is why if somebody prevents the leg you know will catch you, you fall, because you've started the act of falling, right? Now, so if somebody says it's difficult, what if a woman who has a 1 year,
Some of things may have been a bit different when
Very
you started.
different.
Some of things may have been a bit different when
Very
you started.
different.
So in this current day and age, speaking to our audience, like young photographers like myself, I'm still young now. Right? So if you were to start over again, like what are the first set of things you would actually do to grow aggressively?
the first and foremost thing you need to do is to look around you, understand your needs as a human being. You know, I know we all say, oh man, I want to be an artist, I want to be creative. But you need food, you need clothing, you need shelter. So how are you going to navigate those things? A lot of times it's very romantic to talk about, oh man, just go and create. But how are you going to feed? So if you're still with your parents, good. So you have free food. If you're out of school, well, you're in a living grew up in Lagos, so I don't know anybody, you know. So what's this man talking about? Is he crazy or something? You get what I mean? So how did I survive? Well, I had shelter. I was lucky. Some of us are not that lucky. I had a meal a day from my aunt, and I had my NYSC table to then own the table. Those guys were working, so in the morning, at night they'll come, sleep. At night I'm painting. They're like, Kelechi, switch off this light now, I want to sleep. Say, you know, I'm drawing, this is my own work. You know, eventually I moved from that table, okay, that the world has no choice but to come to me.
Wow. You had to believe that early.
Yes. I believed that all I needed to do was to do my part. I had absolutely no worry most times. I always had a fear. Fear is always there, that I'll be a starving artist. There were no customers, didn't know anybody. So first time I made a sale, I'd finished some paintings, okay? And while this is happening, please note, I'm researching profusely. I'm in a constant state of improvement, self-search, worrying and ruminating on what it means to be an artist, studying it, reading the history of the world's greatest artists, studying their books, buying books on color, composition, design. I don't know if you understand. So I was not just sitting down and painting. I was in the process of becoming. You understand? And the first time I made a sale, I went to the place where they normally frame the works. I wanted to frame. The owner of the shop, no. Do you have collectors? No. So how are you going to survive? I don't care. This is my own part. I'm going to keep making these artworks. He said, okay, can I take some of them? I said, yeah, sure. The guy packed a couple of artworks, came back in the evening with some bundles of cash. Bundles. I was like, what the? He said, yeah, my clients liked your work. He sold like 5 works that day. That was really the point at which that, there's always a voice that is telling you that, Kelechi, you're mad. You're going to suffer. You're going to die a poor artist. You're crazy. What are you doing in this balcony? There are those voices that will keep telling you, your parents warned you to go and practice law. Now you say you want to be an artist. You're going to die here. So each day that passes, the voice gets louder. You understand? As a creative, you always have that voice somewhere. Maybe the clients don't like my work. Maybe they will never come again. Maybe I won't be able to pay my rent. Maybe I will starve. Once that guy brought those bundles of money, I knew I would never be a starving artist. It was a kind of liberation. I don't know if you understand. And then the first exhibition I had was in that sitting room of that house. Wow. Are you getting me? I said, well, I'm an artist. I have works. The best way to show my work with dignity is to have an exhibition. I'm going to have an exhibition. I don't have any gallery. I don't know any collectors. I will call the art writers in the newspapers to come, and I will invite my cousins and friends and old schoolmates and anybody who is within my sphere of interest to come to my exhibition in my aunt's sitting room. Number 12, Hakim Habib of Randall Avenue in Surulere. And I called the press. All I did was get all the newspapers, find all the art writers, get their name, and I wrote them an invitation. They came. I bought Puff Puff and Coke for them. No money for brown envelope. They were intrigued. They all wrote in their magazines, lawyer turned artists. And I have the clippings, So that day, people came, and we sold out. Oh, wow. But one guy that came, or my aunt's cousin, I said, Kelechi, you need to have this exhibition in a proper gallery, in a real place. So the guy spent like $500,000 naira, sponsored my exhibition, brochure, then in Russian Cultural Center. Huge show. I worked for a year to put the images together. Wow. And that was what launched me into the art world. I moved out of that balcony and moved into my own house. Now what I'm trying to tell you is, what is it? Jump out of bed and be like, woo, man, I'm going to make some badass paintings or badass photographs. Do something awesome. I don't know if you understand. That same excitement, you have to keep it going. So I just wanted to tell you this story about my beginnings, because a lot of us could have been at this stage, maybe at that stage now. Do not be disheartened. Just follow your instinct. Find time to practice your craft. But do not repeat yourself. Be in a constant search of failure. Make it more difficult. Do you understand? That's the way life is, It's like going to the gym. If you keep doing 20 push-ups with 20 kg, after a while, you need to add another 20 and make it 40 kg and do maybe 10 reps. After a while, those 10 reps will turn to 20. What have you done? You've made it more difficult, right? And when you're doing that exercise, you're not growing muscle. You're tearing muscle. It is when you eat and rest that you grow. You understand? So each time you encounter a more difficult process, it worries you. You fail. It is that failure that then leads to the growth. So do not fear failure. It is your friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Are we getting value? This is so powerful. I didn't even expect the conversation to go to this direction, but I love it. I love it. And let me ask you this, sir. Why do you think clients book you? What I mean is, beyond, I know your photos is one of the best we have, right? But I know there's more beyond just the actual photograph, right? What makes you believe this is what they see that makes them want to work with me every time?
One thing I've always known and it's been my mantra right from the beginning, is that you must deliver more than paid for. You must deliver more than paid for. When you deliver more than paid for, you've set your client up for you to increase your fee. I don't know if I'm making sense. How can you get that client to say, this thing this guy is giving me, people are saying it's expensive, but man, I don't know, man. I think I should be paying more for this. The quality of the service, the fun I had, the quick speed of delivery, all that. That is one thing. And the way I see it is this, okay? I believe that the best advert is word of mouth. Word of mouth from somebody who has experienced your product, okay? That's the best advert. And I find that when somebody pays me, let's say, ₦1 million, and I'm telling myself, how can I make this person go away thinking that I should have paid 2 million? When I do that, the person somehow inside their mind believes that they owe me. Say, this guy, no, I owe this guy. So when their friend comes and says, I want to take a photo, say, KELECHI, AMADI-OBI. Before the person say, graph. I want to take a photo, I say, KELECHI, AMADI-OBI. Say, why now? I say, if you do not take picture with KELECHI, AMADI-OBI, you regret it in this life. I will not stay here and watch you go to another photographer. You must have the experience that I had with KELECHI. Why? Because they believe they owe me to spread the word. Because even though they gave me 1 million, I gave it back to them.
Give it back to them.
And what am I doing? I'm paying for advertising. That's my fee for advertising. So sometimes they say, oh, what is in the package? I will tell them, but I will not tell them everything that I want to give them. Do you understand? And then they were like, oh, he comes with a book? Great. I didn't mention a book in my package, but they paid for it already. You understand? So it's good to under-promise and over-deliver. That is one. Two, I don't know if I'm making sense, but the question is, who are you? Have you earned their respect? Your presence, is your presence glorious? I don't know how to put it. Awesome. It's about your personality. It is about your style. It is about
your energy,
your aura. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense. Everybody has it. Once you come into a room and you see people, you just look and say, that guy, that's the guy. I don't know if you understand. That when you come into the room, there are people that just disappear. When they tell you, you know, this guy came for the event, you'll be like, I don't know if you understand. Some people are very good at just disappearing. They are right in front of you, but you can't see them. And there are those that are in your face, like very suffocating. I don't know if you understand. And there are those that when you see them, you're just happy. Like, hey, oh my God, he's around. Let's go and say hi to him. I don't know if you understand. What is that thing? What is it? Each of us exudes an aura. It can either repel or it can magnet. Now, it is a development of self. Do you understand? It is something you exude through development. It is not natural. It doesn't just happen. It is something you build. It's a sense of personality. It is the way you look at people, the way you smile, the way you shake them, the way you appear, the way you speak. Do you understand? All that is the you that somebody is smiling at when you say, I love the way you look in that picture. You've got a wonderful set of teeth. You didn't tell them to smile. Do you understand? You just paid them a compliment, and they are relating to you, not to the camera. Do you understand? That whole thing is a performance. But it's not a performance that you can pretend to do. It is something you have to become. It's either you have etiquette or you don't. It's either you are stylish or you're not. And that would determine the kind of client level that you attract. I don't know if you understand. To some people, you are very stylish. To some other people, you're very tacky. I don't know if you understand. Worst mistake you can make is to try to please everybody. To some people, you are the epitome of style. To others, this guy is just arrogant. I don't like him. So you cannot be everything for everybody. You can only be you. I don't know if you get what I mean. So find who you are, the true you, and then attract those who are your clients. I don't know if it makes sense.
Powerful.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But there is another level. There is another level. Beyond commercial concerns. After you've established that you're a good photographer, you have to become... You see, we are storytellers, okay? And a lot of you do not know. But storytellers are the most powerful people on this earth. You determine the way people think and the way people see. Culture is about. It's a combination of all these arts. Culture is about. It's a combination of all these arts, okay? Now, if you're a writer and you're writing copy for advertising anonymously, constantly seeking the brief of a client who will pay you to then write. I don't know if you understand. Good. You make your money. Nobody knows you. Who cares? Just a copy. Figure what I mean. But if you're a writer that decides to say, look at your society and say, I'm going to create a fictitious, fiction, that when you finish reading it, you will understand yourself better and where you come from better. This is my opinion of what is happening now. I'm going to personify them with different individuals. I don't know if you understand. Are you getting me? And then I will create a story that will make people think about themselves and about their existence. Then you become Chino Achebe. With things fall apart. You become Chimamanda. With half of a yellow sun and purple hibiscus. You become Kwame Nkrumah. You become Shakespeare. You become Oloseyinka. You understand? And if you're a musician and you look at the social fabric of your environment and then you think, wow, things are not going well. It's just a lot of madness. Our people need to open their eyes and understand that the people that rule them are thieves. Become Fela and Nicola Bokuti. Become Bob Marley. You see how these people transcend mere craft and become then leaders of society. I don't know if you understand. Through becoming pure and understanding society and then reinterpreting it and standing above society to tell society where to go. They are all storytellers. They are all in the arts. And sometimes it doesn't have to be too deep, Maybe you need to capture people and through your storytelling show them some of the things that happen in this life, like a boss, the boss. You understand? Brotherly. These things happen every day. You think about society. So you then transcend to become somebody that people want to know what you want to say. So beyond making money, you then have to become. It's a constant state of self-development. You have to read books. I don't know if you understand. Away from your craft. You have to understand the world. You have to, You know, so if you sit down with the client in between shoot and you want to discuss about world matters, you need to be knowledgeable. If you want to be photographing individuals that are on a global level, just to let you know. Yeah.
Let's I don't think my questions are even good enough for the answers. Just too powerful. Thank you so much, sir. Can you give us, like, practically, especially for young photographers, 3 key habits? Let's be specific, like 3 key habits that is a no-brainer you have to develop to be successful as a photographer.
First and foremost, you must take care of yourself as a human being. Forget photography. Okay? Sleep well, 7 hours a day, minimum 6. Eat well. Just make sure you eat good food. Doesn't have to be expensive. Less carbohydrate, more protein. You understand? You know? Take care of yourself. Get some exercise, okay? You know, take a walk. Our business is physical. It's actually very physical. Just recently, I was shooting some oil installations. You don't want to know, you know, it's trekking up and down an oil rig, you know, oil terminal installation, watching out for the sun and all that. I mean, even the kind of cameras we're carrying, that Z9, you know, and then I went and put a cage on it. That's a full dumbbell. You get what I mean? You know, so you need to be healthy. So first and foremost, I will advise you, you know, take care of your health, okay? It's important. Secondly, you must master your craft. The technicalities of your craft should be like sleeping, walking, drinking water. You should not be asking what is shutter speed, aperture, you know, ISO, color balance, white balance. You should not be asking those things. They should be part of you. They should be like spiritual. I don't know if you get what I mean. You should not be thinking about it. It needs to be inside your soul. Are you getting me? You should not be thinking about color theory. You should not be thinking about composition. You should have mastered those things so much that it becomes intuitive. Do you understand? They should be relegated to your subconscious. You know, you will only get there through the grind, through practicing, repetition, and practice. Each of those principles you should have repeated consciously countless times, that your mind absorbs it so much that it is relegated to the subconscious. Do you understand? Once you've done that, then you've taken care of the basics, aesthetics, making a good picture. Then, so you can concentrate on seeing and developing as a human being. I don't know if you understand. Marketing is there. It's in your fingertips. You have to show your work. You do good work. Do good work. First, be alive.
Alive and well.
Do good work. It's a process. Good thing, not a finish. You understand? Good work is relative. It's a continuous process. Then show it. Otherwise, if you don't want to do business, be singing in your bathroom. Don't release album. I don't know if you understand. Somebody will be passing and say, hey, I heard somebody singing through that bathroom. Jesus Christ. They say, what's the person's name? Say, his name is Michael Jackson. He's been singing in the bathroom for many years. Say, well, what of that guy that was singing? Say, don't die, don't cry. What's his name? Michael Jackson. So imagine if Michael Jackson was singing, wanna be starting something, wanna be starting something, inside bathroom. Jesus Christ. You have to amplify your work. Spend time and create good work. But once you know that the work is good, it's not you that will know it, it's the world that will tell you. They'll be chasing you with money. You'll be telling them, wait, the rice never done. It's cooking. They say, we like the smell, take money. Say, calm down. I still they cook. What's your problem? You think money is everything? Do you understand? I will hammer you below if you keep talking to me. When you're ready, you need to open a restaurant now. Bros, brotherly. Get to open a restaurant now. Arrange the place where make your waiters get correct uniform with etiquette. Do you understand? And when you serve that food, it has to look good. But it must taste good. You understand? So what I'm saying is, first, do good work before you start marketing it. The best way to kill a bad product is to market it profusely. Then everybody will know that it is bad, and you will never bring that product out in that name again. Do not be in a hurry to go to the marketplace. Test your market with your friends, your relatives, your old schoolmates. Test your market. When you know that it is good, then you bring it out. And you bring it out with style. You know? I mean, all those paintings, I was in Sulere. I could have taken them to Ojelekba bus stop with a bell. Buy your painting, yes. Bang out, bang out, bang out. I said, no. This is a work of art. It has to have critical acclaim. It has to be written about first, and it has to be presented with dignity. I did not have money. But I treated that work with dignity. You have to leave your house and come and look at my work. And I'll get your feedback in a proper exhibition. In my own sitting room. Even at my poorest level, I still knew I had to present my work with dignity. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So show your work. I still put things now and then on Instagram. You understand? You know? And make sure that your Instagram page is well curated. It will not be judged by the best work in it, to be judged by the worst work. So from time to time, do an audit and take out all the bad works. If it's only one work that is there, it's better. Don't be in a hurry. Say, they're supposed to post. I never post for 1 week. Jesus, make I just post this one. Okay, make I post selfie. Nah, you'll be judged by it.
Judged by your worst work.
The worst work, not the best. So understand what your minimum standard is. Has to be high. You know? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I know we've been focusing so much on who you are, which naturally would attract what you are looking for, right? But can we speak a bit on the place of seeking help when it comes to building a team, building structure, systems around in your journey? Has it just been you that has built the brand this far?
No. I have a team. I mean, I need to find things I'm good at, and stick with what I'm good at. And then find things that I must do and employ other people to do it, even though I'm not that good at it. So you have to create a structure, okay? Because I enjoy the process of creating so much, my whole structure is around creating, okay? I have to have an accountant who takes care of the numbers for you. At first, I was doing that for myself, and I had to employ. At the point, I used to edit all my work, and I said, look, I need more time to get a little more creative. So I employed some people to edit. You understand? At the time I started editing video, I was in love with it, but it was taking so much time. I asked myself, do you want to be the greatest video editor? Nope. So I had to employ somebody to edit. You understand? I have to employ a PA, so you need to, as you grow, you need to grow the business side of your of your career. So at the end of the day, I've become a kind of CEO also, managing people, security, cleaners, and all that. And then things that you outsource also, people who do your framing, your printing, and all that. You have to monitor all those things. So it's become a business, But my own kind of business is more on the creative side of things. But even while you're doing that, there are the peripherals that, if you can, as much as possible, each time I try to find what part of this thing I'm doing that I can, give somebody else to do and let go. You get what I mean? I also have photographers who shoot for me from time to time, So, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So I want to ask this. This will be my final question. Something for people that are just starting out. In your opinion, what would you say is like the potential of the industry in the long run? I mean, the next decade for people that are just growing. Is there a chance? Well, I used to see videos. In fact, I saw a guy post a reel recently where he was talking about for this Nigeria as a photographer, an average photographer, if you build a house or buy a house or buy the dream car, that the life. I'm not here to just sound all materialistic, but is there a potential to be a photographer and achieve actual financial success in this industry in Nigeria?
I do believe that Nigeria is 200 million people. Natural resources, we haven't scratched. They say Nigeria is an island of oil in a sea of gas. Now, the agriculture of Nigeria has not been touched. The land mass is there, arable land, fertile. We have a seaport, and there are rivers running through the entire gamut of the country. Nigeria is blessed beyond measure. And I do believe that if you open your eyes, you're not afraid to walk, you can easily become a billionaire. It is not a big deal. I don't think as a Nigerian brought up in Nigeria, you have a better chance at becoming a billionaire any other place in the world. I know this thing sounds strange because you've been fed with the belief that things are bleak, the economy is bad, politicians are corrupt, the place is dangerous, and things don't work. But all that is a scam. I assure you, it is. You're living in the most highly populated, richest black nation on earth. You, as a photographer, need to open your eyes and see, because the world needs your eyes. When they say the photographer's eye, if you cannot see it, then you cannot show it. So it's a deep search.
Yes.
Each time the economy goes bad and clients start to ask for a discount, I double down and double my fees. That's what I do. I say, these guys are not serious. Dollar is going up, you're asking me for a discount. Are you okay? In fact, I'm no longer charging 1 million, I'm charging 2 million now. And they pay. If you give people good products, they will pay for it. You understand? Whenever I see a photographer saying, now wow, business don't spoil, client no won't pay again, I just know that they're in a bad place. They have not understood that there is nothing like that. The population is so big, the number of people that can pay you are so many, and the need for good imagery, we haven't even scratched it. I'm not joking. Guys, go and Google. Go to Getty Images and search. Just start searching for stock images about just any basic thing, man. It's not there. So what are we shooting? I don't know if you understand. The other day I just said, you know what? I'm tired of shooting human beings. I want to shoot landscape. At least there'll be no makeup, there's no lighting. God will punish you if you don't make good picture. Enter road. I don't know if you understand. I say, you talk, say you be good photographer. Okay. Enter road now. Go and shoot landscape. May we see you. Say you are KELECHI AMADI-OBI. God will punish you now. I don't know if you understand. So I was in search of failure. You understand? So I go. I see the mountain. I say, this mountain. Jesus. Okay, you know, go walk. This weather is not nice. Guys, let us sleep on top of the mountain so that we'll get sunrise. Do you understand? That next morning, it was drizzling. There was no sun. I say, hi. We talk and say, God will punish us for this project. I don't know if you understand. Anyway, so I went on that journey. And it was just a journey of discovery. I didn't know what I was going to see. I want to show Nigeria that Nigerians have never seen before. But no human being. Just geology, mountains, rivers, rocks, waterfalls. And by the time I finished, I was like, okay, who is going to buy this thing? You finish shooting landscape, Abi. God go punish you now. Who go buy it? I don't know if you understand. I mean, about 2 months ago, I sold about 4 of those prints to Afro-Exim Bank, their new office in Abuja. You understand? You don't want to know how much those limited editions we are going for. You understand?
And it's not like you shot it recently.
No. That shoot I did how many years ago? I'm still selling the prints. I don't know if you get what I mean. Dangote bought 2 and gave out to some of his friends. Access Bank has it in some of their offices. It's a completely unexplored market. I have not advertised it. You don't see any of those pictures on my Instagram. Have you? No, you won't. Maybe no thief. You understand? So it's interesting. I think we're all looking for money in the wrong places while it's looking at us. Every single business now must have an Instagram page, must have a website, must have some kind of digital space, right? And they are looking for world-class images because they are on a global field. It's no longer like my early days when they say this is Nigerian quality and this is foreign quality. Now there is no line. Is your work good or it's not? Period. So people should stop. While you're there, you have not learned how to cook stew. You have not learned how long rice will stay before it will done. You're busy putting signboard and saying people should come and eat rice. And then you start complaining that they don't want to pay. Work on your craft. Money will come.
Yes.
It has no choice.
Yes.
And there is demand out there. Just not enough people doing quality work. They're all in a hurry to make a buck. And it's a big distraction. Double down. Beast mode, bruv. If your practice does not get the people around you thinking about Yaba left, then you're not practicing hard enough. If people around you are not saying, what is this now? This guy say he wants to be photographer. Does it mean that he'll be waking up by 3 o'clock to be talking about aperture? This is a madness. Now the guy say he's going to Bar Beach to go and shoot. Area boys nearly smashed his camera. He's still going back again. Is it not madness? I don't know if you understand. What is he even shooting? He doesn't even have clients. What's wrong with this guy? In my early days as a fashion photographer, there were no fashion magazines. Okay? So I was not a normal human. I was a mad guy. Any tall girl I see, hey, excuse me, I'm a photographer. I think you look like a model. Would you like to model for me? If you want to toast, toast. Which one is photographer? I don't know if you understand. That's the reply I got a lot of times, like, No kind line where guys no go bring. Do you understand? So we made so many like portfolio shots with no client. Oh. Then I met this guy called Biohastrop, makeup artist in Unilag. And he was running some kind of modeling agency thing. When I met him, I was like, he's a makeup artist. I was like, makeup artist, like to paint women's faces. Like that's what you do for a living. He says, I say, incredible. And they pay you money. He said, yeah. I've never met a makeup artist in my life. Before I met that guy. I'm not joking, bro. You know, I had my own makeup kit. I used to make people up, but I mean, I didn't know anything about makeup, you know. But I was an artist, so I can paint. Say, this is red. It's okay. Put lipstick here. I use it for blushers. I don't know if you understand. I want that smoky eye thing. I use the, what do you call it, eye pencil to do lipstick. Just anyhow. But after I met that guy, I was not disturbing girls again on the road. He was bringing his models to my studio. Then I made friends with another guy called Ugo, hairstylist. Friends, you know about Ugo, make me. Yeah. So there was another guy who was a designer. There was nothing like stylist. You put clothes on the models. This guy does hair. This guy does makeup. I shoot. Shoot finish. It wasn't digital. Oh. I'll go and process, print, give everybody their print. Everybody is happy. We look at the picture and say, Shege, damn rubber. This is like Vogue now. They say, yes, it's like Vogue. We just keep it and say, nice one. That was it.
To the next one.
Kept doing that until True Love magazine came to Nigeria, and they were looking for somebody with a portfolio with fashion. And I was the only one that had a fashion portfolio. When I was shooting, I wasn't saying, we're client. I'm not looking for permission to shoot fashion. Lion cannot be looking for permission to eat gazelle. It is who you are. You must be obsessive. You have to be strange.
Oh my God. It's powerful. I hope your notes are full because thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is what I was hoping to hear, but it didn't even get to the level you took us to. You took us to a different dimension, and I'm so thankful for that. Thank you for this knowledge you've imparted this morning. I'm sure we will do our best to make you proud. Right? Because I want you to look at us in coming years and say, okay, those guys that I spoke to for just 45 minutes or to an hour at that program, this is the testimony that I'm hearing. Because a lot has been said. I myself, when I get home, I'll go and watch the replay, and note a lot of things down. So let's just give Uncle K a massive round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's get thank you so much. It means a lot. I don't even know what to say, but it's powerful. And we can't see anything but thank you. So let's just say a big thank you to Uncle K.
Thank you. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Come to talk, guys. Yeah. But I want you to know that we have a deal, destiny. It's only us that can change the narrative of the continent and of the black race. It's in our hands. There's a lot of responsibility. If it starts from Nigeria, the world will listen. So you are in a unique space for that.
Thank you, sir. Let's take a picture, please. Thank you. Come down this way. Okay. Now let me go take a picture of it and go to Okay, so this is sir. So let's keep clapping as well, okay? This is the stage. Music, DJ. Thank you. Just walking up. Hello. Okay, so I think that was a great first session, right? Um, I knew it was going to be a nice conversation. I was with him 4 or 5 weeks ago, and we spoke for almost 3 to 4 hours, and I don't think I felt normal after that conversation. So I was like, okay, he needs to come and share a little bit with you guys. And I'm the host, I know, but I felt very weak myself sitting right here. Hope you guys wrote stuff down. And don't just write stuff down for the fun of it or because it's just a process to write things down at programs. No. I have a stack of notes where I write things down to myself, but that is not where the result comes from. Don't forget that. It's not the writing, no. It is the application. And the application may lead to failure, believe me. When I say failure, I don't mean outright lifetime failure. The application may lead to failure, but failure is just feedback. Believe me. I've set up things in my journey that was a huge failure, but I saw it as feedback, right? And everything that would help you actually grow is the things that you actually try. You have to try these things. So when he's talking about soft or simple things like eat good food, this is something that contributes significantly to your mental health, to the way you think, to your thoughts. Something as soft as just move your body every day. It helps your productivity for the rest of the day. They are small, they are minute. These are things I've spoken to him about. But see, what can propel your life to greater heights starts with the product, yes. People like your work, but who you are plays a much more significant role as to that. Who you random. I wanted someone that understands becoming, the whole process of becoming. I used to say this a lot. I said, it's about being and becoming. It's not about having and getting. The moment you remove your mind, you just take your mind off from money, you've already won. It's like you're already on the right track. If you are too focused on money, how do I start making money? You're already missing it. We are in a country that is filled with so much opportunities. In fact, we have genres of photography that we have not even explored yet in this country. That means that automatically tells you it's an opportunity. It's not a reality. We have this mindset of people are not really in this genre of photography. That means there is no opportunity. That means there is abundant opportunity. That's what it means. Believe me. Right? And I'm a living testimony. There's a lot of things I myself don't advertise that I do actively, that I make a lot of money from in my space, that I don't even post. I don't even see the point of posting because I build clientele behind the scene as to this service that I render. So there's a lot you can do, and it starts from you. So don't let this conversation today just be a conversation that you came for. I want to emphasize this before we call up Felix. I don't want it to be just a conversation you came for and you feel a bit, emotional. You are stirred up. You feel stirs up your emotion and you just feel gingered in the minutes. And after 3 days, you don't even remember that you went somewhere. Especially when life starts to happen. And maybe you're a bit broke or there's a lot going on in your life and you don't even remember you went for one magic waiting with that, right? So it's in the application that you get results. I was having this conversation with Felix over the chat just last week. He was just telling me something about his business. And I was like, one of the things that has helped my business was trying things. I just try. Just, maybe we run now. It's not really knowing things. Because for a significant part of my career, I used to study a lot, but I was not really trying new things. So my life was the same. We'll go deeper when I'm having my session, right? But it was when I now started taking actions on the little things I was actually learning. That was where all the difference came from. And times have changed now, guys. Times have changed because we live in a technological age now. We even have AI at our beck and call now. If you are not very conversant with AI, can you wave? You don't know about AI. You just heard about it. You've not started exploring it for your business. Okay, everybody is using AI now. Oh, wow. So you guys have not started applying AI into your processes, you see, it's what would take another person 10 years to achieve. With AI, you can achieve it in 2 years. See, there's nothing like experience again. We have been doing this for, of course, experience has its own key thing, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to scaling up, stepping up your journey as a creative and as a business person, AI can do so much for you. For example, in my business now, I use AI to set up literally my processes, all the documents I use for my staff, all the emails I use for my clients, all the KPIs I use for my staff, was all done with AI. You guys know what KPI is, right? All these things that they do in big companies, that if you want to do it in your own small business, you will require hiring maybe one consultant or one specialist that will charge you millions to help you set certain things. Or let me structure a business for you. Let me set up the necessary document for your business growth. Let me help you come up with your marketing this. You don't need it anymore. I was talking to my friend, C3 Pictures, a few days ago. We were talking about exploring business school to grow the business. I now told him, I said, to be honest, even if I go to this business school, it's because maybe I'll be able to meet fellow students, fellow colleagues, and network with fellow people that come for the business school. I feel like that will be the only benefit I will get out of the business school. But when it comes to the actual things that I will need to learn and to grow my business, I have ChatGPT. That's what I told him. All you need to do is just to ask. So the moment I started treating it, is here. Is here? Okay. So the moment I started treating it as a human being, now I have two PAs. My human PA and so we talk, I plan with my PA, but the real thinking is between me and AI. I sit there for almost an hour. I think, as I'm thinking about my business, especially in a particular context, maybe I've been thinking about, okay, how do I develop this department? How do I develop this person? It might be one person. Maybe I'm having an issue with a particular staff. Maybe the person is not improving. I think, what do I do? I now go, and the beautiful thing about AI is that it has the voice option. I just click on the voice option and I just talk. This is the issue I'm having in my business. This is where I am. What can I do next? What do you think I can do about this issue? So it can even help you with your relationship. I'm just trying to open your mind to how much you can fast track your journey with the advantage that we have in this day and age. So just write it down somewhere. Just write AI and just circle it in your notes. So when you get home, go and redo your research. It's everywhere. Using this thing that we are using, they have moved to another category. They are talking of super intelligence now and robotics. They don't even come out this one. We've not even started using the one that these guys have left. You know, us Africans, we tend to catch up a lot. But if you're able to catch up quick, you can do so much. So take your mind off, because I've been in the game for just a year. It's because I've been in the game for just 2 years. You'll be like, I will not talk bye. Right? Something new, and you'll be like, I will not talk bye. Right? Something new, and you feel all intimidated. Like this is, that shows that there's a lot more you can do. All intimidated. Like this is, that shows that there's a lot more you can do. Let's remember what Uncle K said about the fact that we've not even scratched the surface. So Felix is an example of someone that is breaking the frontier and showing us how much we can develop our craft and add new flavors in the frontier and showing us how much we can develop our craft and add new flavors, to what we do. So let us clap again for Mr. Felix for joining us today. All right.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Wonderful one.
You have no idea how happy I am. All right, so let's get straight to it, Felix.
Right.
So we can get the most value out of today's session. Because, like I said, you are someone that keeps evolving. This is the most value out of today's session. Because, like I said, you are someone that keeps evolving. This is who you've always been. We've talked about it. You don't stop getting better, trying to set the bar. We've talked about it. You don't stop getting better, trying to set the bar. So I want to start with this question. Is this how you've been right from the start? Like, does it come natural to you to just keep, getting better as a creative?
Yeah, I mean, that's a wonderful question. Is it on?
It's on now. It's on
Okay,
now.
yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for that. That's powerful. Speaking on that, I want you to help me go deeper to the place of research. Because I don't think I will be sitting in this place right now without research. And I know, understanding the fact that, gone are the days where you don't have access to the internet, you don't have access to maybe social media. You have to find people that actually know what you are trying to learn. Now, I believe there is more access to, information to learn. So, can you help me express how important it is to research if you really want to scale up?
Oh my God, this cannot be overemphasized. Research is very, very important because it opens your mind to new things. And for scaling, you cannot say that you've mastered a particular way of doing things and you think that is enough. Photographers that were given the job, they were called, okay, we need you to create a photo. We need you to create a photo bank for this bank. What is it going to entail and everything. That's just the information. Without research, I would have just told them, oh, I charge per outfit. This is how much I charge per outfit. For a commercial brand, that's not the approach. But with my research, I was able to stand out among 5 people. And I charged the highest, and they still went for me. So when we went for a meeting, they were telling me that this person charged this amount, that person charged this amount, and this is how I charge. Immediately I even got to the office. They were calling me a 10 million naira photographer because everybody in the brand already knew. And then they were like, okay, you are the right person for this. So that is what research is going to help you to do. It's going to put you on the level field that is going to separate you from everyone else. The kind of language you speak, the kind of information you dish out, the kind of questions that you ask. So research is going to help you to gain those kind of things. Because if, let's say I'm on the side of the clients, and I'm asking a photographer, I want to do a wedding and all of that. And he's not asking me about the necessary information. You have dished out a lot of information that you need to ask your clients and how to talk to them and everything. That is research. If you don't listen to Real Magic to know what you're supposed to ask your client, the client will be like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So research will help you to gain more knowledge. It's not about technical skills or anything. There is more to it. So research will help you to gain more knowledge and be able to level up. Let's say, for example, last one, an international client reach out to you, and you're not speaking their language. You're already separated yourself from the game. You already dish yourself out from the game. But if you're speaking their language and you're communicating with them and they understand these things, you're speaking words like licensing, you're speaking words like billboard, OOH, out of house, what's it called, branding and all of that, they understand, okay, this person knows what he's doing. So it helps you to separate yourself apart from a lot of people, a lot of things. Competition becomes really, really low when you are armed with enough knowledge from research.
Thank you so much. That's a powerful answer, right? And just to add to that, one thing I want to say about research is 99% of people don't research. That's a fact. So if you just create that habit of looking for information online, you've already set yourself apart, like you're saying. Because a lot of people don't research. We are just obsessed with how do I take better photos. In fact, to take better photos, people don't even research enough.
Yeah.
So the fact that you just say, I want to take an hour every day to just study and look for more information online, you've already stand out already. Because you start to know things that 99% of your peers don't know. And you start to apply it to your business and they start to see results with time, right? So it's very important. It's not just a regular question. Research is how to stand out because you will always make discoveries when you look for it. That's it. You will discover something when they say seek.
And you shall find.
When you seek, you will find. You will find things. This thing I was talking to you guys about AI, I seeked and I saw, oh, this can do this for me. See what it's doing with AI. It's through research, right? So it's very important that you note that down.
To add to that, when I speak with creative, I like to be very practical. So even as much as we are saying do research, I don't want to assume that everybody here knows I'm researching something or you're looking for something, right? Let's say, for example, you see a particular picture that was lit with a particular kind of light. And you see the light, maybe, okay, let's say, for example, you didn't see the light. Let's say, for example, I don't know if everybody can see this. This is my picture here. This is my picture shot with a red light with a background, white background. The way I do research, right, I ask myself questions that I cannot ask the photographer or whoever did this. I just ask intention. That's the first thing that I ask. What is the intention behind creating a piece like this? So it will help me to now ask myself more questions of, okay, if the intention is supposed to create something moody, then why is the white background there? Why is there no another background? And this is not me asking questions from anybody. This is me doing this in it for you to research. You could just go on Pinterest in it for you to research. You could just go on Pinterest and ask it, white background, red lighting, main light, and it will bring out something with those keywords. What you need is just keywords from what you're accessing. That is why the intention is very, very important. Am I making sense? So if I put out a, let's say, a video on how I created an AI video, and then I put the name of the AI video, Kling AI. For you, you might not be able to afford to pay for Kling AI, but there are other AI tools that are free. It is now left to you to say, okay, alternative AI tool like Kling AI, or alternative tool like ChatGPT. That's research on its own. Research doesn't have to say you're a bookie person. You don't have to be bookie. Am I making sense? Yeah, so that is how you do research. Start from intention. Try to understand why this was created, and then move. Don't limit yourself. With one of my staff the other day, and I asked the question of, I gave you an assignment, and then you didn't do it well. Did you do this assignment from your existing knowledge, or you search for another knowledge? And she said she did it from existing knowledge. You don't approach every task from existing knowledge. There is always an evolution of knowledge. Go and search. It just might be one sentence that is going to add up to that knowledge that you have, and it's going to make the entire difference. If you don't speak the language of your clients, they will not book you. And I'm talking about because your existing clients, you want to outgrow them, correct? You want to get more clients. That next client, they are at a level of knowledge that you are not. So you need to know what they know to be able to ascend.
Powerful. Let's give him a round of applause. see, powerful things may sound simple. So don't expect him to speak in tongues. Right? They may sound simple, but that's the way. Believe me. Right? So let me ask you this. Do you practice deep work? You know, we live in this world of distraction, and the fact that you embody that place of someone that always seeks for new things. Do you actually practice deep work where you set aside distractions and you focus? And how frequent do you do this?
Yeah, I do. I do that very much. And then deep work is very, very important, because the devil will not come to you. I'm sorry going in that direction, but the devil will not come to you with 2 horns and a fork. The devil will come to you through distractions. That's the best way the devil comes. So when you're distracted, you divide your energy. And the currency that every one of us have right now is energy. You understand? Because the attention that you're paying to me, listening to what I'm giving you, is energy. Whoever is distracted right now would not hear what I'm saying. So you need to practice deep work, be in a focus mode. Most of the time, I have to throw my phone in another room to be able to accomplish what I want to accomplish. Just this morning, I was already even thinking that I feel like I'm distracted a lot these days. Because no matter the level that you are, there's always temptations and challenges. So even if you master the art of focus or deep work, there are days when you still fall off. This morning I was still thinking about it, like I need to work on my focus, on my attention span and all of that. So it is important, because I do that. I do that a lot. I focus, deep work. I want to get this done. And then the work that you do, there's a law. I've forgotten the name of the law. But the work that you do contains into a particular time. So let's say you do a wedding right now and your deadline is December. Trust me that I will tell you that by November 31st, that's when you'll be rushing like, oh, the deadline is here. Because you've allocated a lot of time to it. But if you tell yourself that I have to deliver within 1 week in August, you will get the work done no matter what. So the allocated time for a particular set work is what it will expand to. So if you set a little time for a work done, you will get it done. If you set a large work for that time done, you will get it done. Am I making sense, or I should elaborate more? Thank you, guys. So deep work is very, very important, because you won't get anything out of it. You have to pay with attention before you can get the results that you want to get. You can't compare yourself. If I'm going to sweep this place now and I press my phone, go out, watch TV, blah, 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 and someone else comes and focus on sweeping, that person is going to get it done maybe in 5 minutes. I will probably use the whole day to get it done. That's the result. You can see that the result is different. Yeah.
So is this something you picked up along the way too?
Oh, yes. I had to pick. I listen to a lot of people. I'm one person. In my search for knowledge, I've gone across or met with a lot of people that talk about some quality things. And then I practiced it and I feel like, oh, this is actually interesting. This works for me. You understand? Yeah. It took me a year to learn lighting to perfection. It took me a year to learn about the business aspects of photography, which is a continuous study, by the way. There's no perfection. When I started learning AI, I dedicated just 1 month. So the time you use to accomplish something shrinks when you focus on it. It shrinks. The time shrinks. So you accomplish things faster than usual. And then when you practice this over and over, you just give yourself, if you want to learn coding right now, and then you've perfected the art of deep work and focus, give yourself 1 to 3 months. You will learn it well. But if it's something that you have to do because as a result of, okay, people are doing it, they are not focusing on it and all that, it can take you 3 years to. I perfected the AI, and at the time, AI has not even gotten to the point where it was really strong. But because of my deep work and focus and all of that, I was able to do, in 1 month, I mastered everything that I created or create now.
Okay, so when you say, like, you mastered lighting in a year and all that, did you intentionally tell yourself that, okay, in this season of the next 12 months, I want to go deep and master lighting?
Yes.
It was a decision.
Yes. I learned branding in 2023.
So that was the year you said, this year.
This year, I'm learning branding. And I'm going to give other creative, everyone, the privilege to just assign a particular time to accomplish something. It is very good. I understand we are in search of money and all of that, but in search of money is unending. You will always search for it. But if you give yourself so much value, money will come to you. You just attract it. It's just a natural occurrence. So you have to focus on giving yourself value. So at the time, I'm like, you know what? I've spent 3 years in photography, just doing everything. Now I know what to focus on. I love portrait, I love wedding, I love commercial. Now that I know, okay, camera, shutter speed and everything, how can I separate myself? What can I give myself in terms of value that will separate me from the competition? And that was taking one knowledge per year.
That's the key. Taking one knowledge per year.
Just one thing. Don't involve any other thing. Just retouching. I already knew retouching at the time, but I dedicated 1 year to retouching. I'm like, I'm going to perfect the act of retouching now. I tried only dodge and burn kind of retouching. I tried frequency separation kind of retouching. I tried portraiture, everything. Until I got to a point that I felt like this resonates with my kind of person. I like it like this. And then when I was done with that year, the next year was pricing. How do I price? How do I tailor my pricing? How do I create different packages that would be appealing to clients? You understand? And then I learned that. Then the following year, business of photography. Because pricing is different from business. Because you need to learn the business of it as well. Like, how do I sell my product? How do I pitch myself? When a client comes, any client that approaches, even though it is not completely mine at the time of approaching, how do I make them mine? How do I make them stay? What are the steps? You understand? And then after that, the following year, I'm like, okay, let's learn maybe the art of detaching. And that's the real thing, by the way. The art of detaching is you separating yourself from your brand. You detaching yourself from your craft. Because if you are too engrossed in your craft, a little feedback like, why the leg be like this, can ruin the rest of your year. You understand? And you know clients, they are unapologetic about feedbacks. So you don't want that kind of situation because you are separate. You are being yourself apart from your craft. You understand? You are not your craft. You are you. You understand? My work is good. It's different from Felix Kran is a good person. Am I making sense? So I learned the art of detaching. I had to detach myself from my craft. The trip that I went for was a practice to that as well. Detach myself, let my business run by itself and all of that. And this year, I'm learning something entirely different. I'm learning pitching, I'm learning networking, all of those things.
That's so good, so good. I like the fact that you are talking about focusing on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Right? So can you help us with maybe like, just top of your head, maybe a list of things that they can just write in their notes and say, okay, these are the things that I should focus on maybe from time to time. Just
Okay.
anyone that comes to your mind.
All right, so I have my notepad here.
Okay,
Let me see if I can draw up some things. Now, to elaborate on the focusing aspect of things, if we would all know the military, right? And then I don't know if a lot of people watch military movies right now, but when a sniper is trying to shoot someone down, probably on the rooftop, lies down, puts on the binoculars and all of that, and focuses. When he's on that focus mode, no distraction is good. Even if a bird perch on him, it won't move. He's looking. In fact, most of the time, the target walks into the frame and back, but it doesn't shoot. That's the art of focusing. So just wait, be still, learn, look. Don't be distracted at all. And at the time that he gets that person in the right place, he checks the wind, he checks the lighting, he checks everything, and then the cleanup of that kind of situation is very small because it's just one bullet, the person is down. Pack up, leave. He has accomplished his. But if you send someone that's not a sniper to go and shoot someone, just get there. Maybe the person is at the back there. Sprays everyone. And eventually, the person runs away. He didn't get his job accomplished. And then the cleanup of that scenario is too messy. For a sniper focus, it's not messy at all. The person is down. The person exactly that he wants to be down is down. The rest of the person is concerned. That's the art of focus. So that's the power that focus gives you. Your eyes is just on one row and then you get it right. So let me start from, let's say you're just learning photography, right? And then you're not going towards the business aspect of this or anything. So you could start with something like lighting. Study lighting. And this is what I try to do. For lighting, I look for experts that are very good in this field. Experts that are good in this field. Lindsay Adler, Felix Kunz. I can't remember names off my head right now, but just search for people that are if you look at Lindsay Adler's pictures, you see that this woman loves lighting like her breath. So search for those people, focus on it, search for more studies on it and all of that. Go on YouTube, go on F-stoppers, look out for how they are lighting, look out for the gears they use. Excuse me, you don't have to use the exact gears, you can use what you have with you. One particular year, I was learning lighting. I wanted to create something that the optical snoot is the only thing that can create it. Just a lighting that is just in the middle. I had to stack up boxes and use ad light to create that because I couldn't afford to buy an optical snoot. That's the level that I tend to go in search of, okay, I need to master something. And at the time when I bought the optical snoot, it was now easy for me. I've studied it, I've learned it, and then before you know it, I was able to accomplish different kind of lighting with that. So search for experts in this, study their work, sleep on their page, sleep on it, like ask questions. Like I said, intention. Just ask questions like, okay, what was the mindset of this person? What are they trying to achieve? And Lindsay Adler is someone that likes to put a particular theme to what she's creating. She can call this one red. She can call that one blue. And she lights everything with blue, or the outfit is red and all of that. Study these people. The next one, probably retouching. Search for Julia Kuzmeko. Search for all those photographers that only focus in that beauty headshot. Tamara Williams and all of that. Check their works. Check their BTS. If you open my old laptops, the kind of BTS that are there. So check for BTS, download it, study it, go in search for knowledge. It's okay if you can afford to go for master classes and everything, but there are free knowledge.
A lot.
On YouTube. So that's it, lighting. And then the next thing is probably posing. I know it might sound little, like why should I learn posing? But it is very important because you're a storyteller. Everything that you use in telling your story matters. So posing is important. If you know how to light, how to retouch and everything, and you don't know how to pose or how to direct your subjects, it will forfeit the entire reason why you're doing what you're doing. So posing, that's another thing. Master outdoor photo shoots, outdoor lighting and everything. So all the technical aspects, I mean, everybody knows this, right? So I don't have to go extensively onto it. All the technical aspects, look for experts in this. Now, when you're not talking about business, then search for the business of photography. Just put it up. Business of photography. And it is beautiful that we have AI right now. AI that is connected to the internet, I mean, is able to search. Just draw up, put, okay, I'm learning business of photography from scratch. Can you draw up a course outline on how to learn this? And then as you bring it out.
You hear that?
Learn as if you're in school. That's the best way. Don't learn vaguely. Don't say, okay, business, invoicing. Okay, how to write invoice. That's all. No. Let it have a step-by-step guide. AI is there, and AI is free. You have AI on your WhatsApp, you have it on your Instagram, right? If you can't get the ChatGPT version or the Pro version, all of this.
You guys know you have AI on WhatsApp? Okay. Okay.
A lot of people don't know, right? All right, so search for it and say, I want to learn the business of photography. Can you draw a course outline? I'm giving it 2 weeks, or I'm giving it 1 month to learn this to the end. Please draw up a course outline. If we draw it out for you, then start with 1. I need you to be extensive. What are the practical aspects? And then, while you're speaking with AI, it is important to tell it to give you practical steps, step-by-step guide on how to understand these things. So it's just list it out to you and all that, and then take it 1 week at a time. Don't rush yourself, because you cannot even run faster than your legs can carry. So just be calm, take time, learn all these things and all of that, and then before you know it, you start walking in that light, because knowledge is light. So you start walking in that light, and before you know it, you're speaking and then don't be afraid to show that you know, especially to clients, because they want to assume that you don't know so that they can take advantage of you. They know what to tell you to understand what you're supposed to know, but they will hide it so that you can ask questions to draw it out of them. I mean, there's a part in Proverbs that says something about a wise man draw out knowledge from deep wells and all of that. So it is important that you're able to ask the right questions. So when you begin to speak this language, they know. I did a job for AMADI-OBI, I think 3 years ago, for a movie. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. I can't remember right now. And then when she approached, oh, Felix, I'm shooting a movie and I want you to be the photographer. I want you to shoot and all of that. So how much will it cost? Straight on. But you're the one, okay, movie, how long is it going to take? How much time do you want me to dedicate per scene? Do you want me to be there all through? What is the expected deliverables? Do you want me to retouch every image or specifically all the images that you need? And then for this kind of job, that means copyright is entirely yours, not mine. So for copyright that is not yours, that you are giving to the client, you need to charge more for that. If I don't know all of this, I'll be so excited, like, oh, Antimo is calling me for a shoot. Okay, I will do it for 500,000 naira. Something that would have gone for 8 million, 10 million thereabout, because you are not equipped with knowledge.
That's
So in my level right now, I've seen a lot of things that I feel like if you're just equipped with the right knowledge, and I'm not saying that I'm already at that pinnacle right now. I'm also arming myself with so much knowledge so that I can be able to approach the higher kind of people, but you are limited to the level of knowledge that you know right now. And if you stay on this level, you will be on this level. It is not devil, it is not generational curse, it is not anything. Prayer is important, but you need to also do the work. Am I making sense?
Yes,
so
sir.
that is how. So you can pick up anything if you know yourself. you just need to sit down and assess yourself and be like, what am I not doing right now at my level? What is separating the people that are doing what I'm doing entirely from mine? And then draw a course outline for yourself and search. When you do this study by yourself, book is not everything, but it's important. You also need to approach mentors. A lot of people that approach me to be a mentor to them do not come with hunger, first of all, and do not come with a level of knowledge. You understand? Come with a particular level of knowledge in such a way that your mentors will know that you've done your own homework. And then what you're asking me right now is just for me to expatiate what you're saying, or what you're learning rather. Am I making sense? So arm yourself with the level of knowledge, because practicality is different. When I learned Clay Cook's way of approaching business, at my first job, I wrote copyright, licensing, everything. I put the price and everything. They just say, we'll get back to you. Because in this landscape, in Nigeria, in this climate, they don't want you to know that or to charge for that. So they will go with someone that doesn't know. So I had to be like, what's going on? Then it happened again the second time. I charged for copyright, I charged for licensing for billboard and everything, and still on, they didn't book me. So I approached the head of the agency, took him on a casual date, and we were just talking and all that, like all of that. They said they know that they are supposed to charge for it, or they are supposed to pay for it, but a lot of photographers do not. So it has become a norm. It has become a norm in the industry that nobody charges for licensing. I'm like, okay, so what's the best way to do this? Add everything together into one price. Just say photography production cost 50 million. And then in brackets, you can now say this price consists of technical fees, creative fee, licensing fee for billboard for 2 years, and all of that. So they won't know. So how much is that copyright or licensing there? They won't know. They won't have an idea. So if they are going to negotiate, they are going to negotiate on the round figure. So it's only mentors that can tell you this, because mentors have had that experience. But when I started, they were just bouncing me and bouncing me. But I created a reputation in that industry that everybody already knows that I know. So most of the time, they don't approach me for jobs like that. Do you know why? Because the people that are shooting it right now do not know these things. Or they know and deliberately did not want to do it. Now, the importance of this gathering is for me to share this experience with everybody. And you go back, and when they approach you, you know how to undo it. And before you know it, it changes the perception of photography in the entire industry. Who wins? Everybody. Am I making sense?
That's so good. So good, so good. So good. I love the fact that he emphasized on focusing on one thing at a time, then also putting a deadline to it. Right? That deadline part, I believe, is important.
It's important.
You tell yourself, okay, in the next 30 days, I want to learn this. In the next 6 months, I want to learn this one. Then, well, like I said, when you go to AI, you can tell it, this is what I'm trying to learn. Can you give me a curriculum or key points I need to focus on? Or you can even tell AI to help you create a calendar.
Yeah.
You know, and tell it that a 30-day calendar, and you want to focus on this thing maybe once a week or twice a week. It should help you break it down into topics that you should study on. And when you put a deadline to it, it gives you focus. You can tell yourself, okay, 30 days, this is my goal. I want to learn pricing. I want to, because like what took him a year before, time has changed now because of AI. So you might not even need up to a whole year. It can be shorter. But give yourself deadline and be patient. So success is not 24 hours something, no. Please. It's something that you build over time. So don't kill yourself in the next 6 months. And I'm like, no. Your life is changing while you are doing that thing. It's a process and you grow from there. Right? Okay. So, I want to ask you this also. Hi, Party Loco. All right. So, I want to say this. Why do you think lots of creatives stay broke? Because I see a lot of creatives posting, right? And me too, I used to be in that circle thinking the fact that this guy is posting means right? But when I started going deeper, I realized that a lot of creatives are stuck, like they don't have, financially they are not doing so well. What is your opinion on that whole thing? Like, people just try to focus on just followers, literally, and likes. You know?
Oh yeah, that's actually a thing. But before I go to that one, I think a lot of creative are drunk with passion. You're so drunk with passion that you lose yourself in it. And that is why I mentioned the art of detaching. If you do not detach and you see yourself as, come on, there's no money in my account, how do I make it work? So the art of detaching will help you to separate passion from living. Because what passion will do for you is help you to survive day to day. But what business will do for you is help you to intentionally live the way you want to live. So I think that's the first part of it, because I was like that as well. I enjoyed shooting. I would take up the jobs because I want to show that I can shoot. I want to, the passion is dragging in and all of that. Until I started thinking, this is not the way to it. For you to be successful, you need to learn something more. I didn't know that more until I researched. So you see where everything tied together. Curiosity to say that this cannot be the way I want things to go. But I don't know what it is that I need to change. And I ask myself, there's something that needs to be better. What are the people that are successful in it? What are they doing differently? Then I went to search, and I understood that they know something called the business aspect of things. They know something called networking. They know emotional intelligence. All of these things are important. They know brand consistency.
Brand consistency.
Yeah. They know brand depth. They know how to speak the language of the kind of person that they want to pursue. You understand? So I think we are all so drawn and so drunk on passion that we don't search for more. We don't search like, okay, how can I make money? I used to tell my staffs, the client that comes to us, no matter how much that they have, we must not leave money on the table. Although we have a threshold that we cannot go below, but we must not leave money on the table. That means if I'm charging over $1 million for a shoot, I have to create different line with my values, my brand values, my goals, my objective, and still be able to get it. That's business aspect of things. Because you're a businessman. Forget about photography or passion right now. You want to live the life that you want. You have someone that you're looking up to that be like, I like the car this person is driving. I like how this person dresses. It is money. You don't get these things for free. But you have what it takes to actually attract that kind of living for yourself. It is only when you learn the business aspect of things. Am I making sense? It was a wonderful question. It was a wonderful question on most of the time when creative now want to focus on money, their passion dies and you see their work and be like, what are they even creating? But with me, you said you noticed that there is a balance of art and all of that. So do not neglect the part of passion or art. That's not what I'm saying. But learn alongside. You see all this course outline that I just say, ask, what's it called? AI. What I started with is your own technicalities, lighting, posing, direction, and all of that. And then there's also the part of emotional intelligence, how you relate with your clients. Except you're on the parts where you want to build your brand to a point where they want to use to launder money. That's fine. If you're not looking at that direction, I hope I'm in the right room. If you're not looking at that direction, you must do it right. Am I making sense? So you must do it right. If you want to launder, if you want to do Yahoo, this is not the right room from you. But if you actually want to make money from your passion, from your art, there are ways that you need to do it right. And the right way also needs to affirm with your own belief. Do you understand? So I'm one person where I don't like to talk to my client directly because immediately I befriend them, I want to do things for them freely because they are my friend. I have a manager for that. But you can also be that person that you know how to separate boundaries. So when you are learning the right way to do things, you must apply it to myself. So because Felix Crown is doing it this way, doesn't necessarily mean it is right for you. It might be the right way, but it might not be right for you. So in you learning and practicing these things, that's when you will now gain what is right for you. That is why practical steps does not work for everybody. If I walk out of this room and it takes me 15 steps, if my boss here walks out of this room, it might take him 10 because he's taller than I am. But it is the same step that we are taking. Am I making sense? But you need to practice it for you to know what is right for you. So separate passion from business, detach yourself from it, and then learn the arts of business.
Thank
And
you
then
so
that's where you get to
Thank you.
scale.
Thank you. Powerful answer. I want us to talk a bit about AI, more deeper on AI from the practical standpoint for a lot of people. Before I called you up, I was talking a bit on AI, and I feel like we, us creative, we are not really exploring AI as deep as we should. And it's very obvious that AI is here, and it will keep. In fact, people in the Western world, they are already living the LLMs we're using. They're already going to robotics and more advanced stuff. And I feel like us here, we've not even started exploring deeper into just these regular LLMs and all. So, and I know you are very vast when it comes to AI. So, what are the ways you think AI can be of help? Maybe practical steps for photographers, for photographers, especially in the business side of it, and also technical, of course.
Especially in the business. Or
Maybe like a balance of it.
Okay, because it's a very extensive topic, and I don't know if you guys want me to go deep into it. Should we go deep into it? Okay. So first thing AI that I use it for is research. That's the first thing, research. And research comes from curiosity, ability to ask yourself the right questions and go search for it. So I mean, I've talked about the practical steps on how to do research, right? Yeah, so research is the first thing. The next thing is to draft up, maybe reply for emails, reply for messages, and then you have to be smart with it, by the way. Research is like, I don't know, maybe I can use this analogy, but research is like going to the restroom. Everybody goes to the restroom, but nobody does it publicly. So using AI is like that. Use it in such a way that it sees your original mind. If I read one DM that I had from a photographer the other day, I was just laughing. I mean, you came around, you asked the right questions, but towards the end, in brackets, specify your...
He just copied and paste.
Come on, please. Don't do it. Don't use it like that. Because what you're doing is you're outsourcing your reasoning. That's not what you're doing. That's not what AI is supposed to do. You're not. That's why a lot of people hated it at first, until they started seeing it as, okay, it's a tool that you can use to navigate life, navigate business, careers, and everything. You understand? Why would you put in brackets, specify the kind of photography you are referring to? And you sent it to me. And then I read that, I'm like, where am I supposed to start from? And that's what I'm saying about the mentor thing. You need to come with a form of knowledge. That is not a form of knowledge. Am I making sense? So use it in such a way that it still sounds like you. Because it learns from you, by the way. AI learns from you, especially charts. I don't know about charts, Plexity, Grok, thank you. They learn from you. I don't know, maybe Meta AI learns from you, by the way, because everything it dishes out is just the same thing. Yeah. So all this AI, they learn from your language, from your choice of words. So when you're using it to do research or reply emails, let it use your own words. And then read it thoroughly. Remove all the dash dash. The dash dash are actually good punctuations. But naturally, in human language, nobody reasons to put dash dash. You understand? They are actually they are grammatically right.
Yes.
But you remove those dash dash things and then remove all those words that sound rigid. When you use AI, there are some particular words that would sound rigid. Remove it, replace it with soft words, casual words. So you are able to balance human touch with whatever it is that you're saying. Because I know you want to be assertive when you are replying emails or when you are replying your clients. You want to be assertive, like this is what I want to say, this is the things. But remove all those rigid words so you come off human. That's what I use it to do. That's the first thing I use it to do. Number two is planning or creating a structure in my business. I use AI to do that. So for your business, there are touch points. Touch points meaning from hello to delivery. In between hello to delivery, there are touch points in it. Use AI to give you a step-by-step guide on when they come to say hello and we give them the price, what will be the next thing that I need to ask? Am I making sense? Okay, what is the date of your shoot? What am I supposed to know? What is the outfit and everything? And then when you ask these questions and they answer you, request for their outfits, request for their mood board. Everybody has mood board and ideas. And then when they tell you, okay, this is the direction I want to go, you can use AI to create your mood board by interpreting what they say. This thing that I'm saying right now has gotten me jobs since I started using it over and over and over again. Let me explain it in details. So a client reached out and said she wants to do a birthday shoot, but she's looking at creating a set with flowers and all of that, purple flowers and everything. And the outfit that she's wearing is not on her. She took an outfit from a model and said, this is the upper part of the outfit, this is the lower part of the outfit. When I spoke with the stylist, the stylist was only able to sketch that this is what it looks. I went to AI, the sketch, the upper part of the outfit, the lower part of the outfit, the set design, put it on charts, explain it to you explicitly. A client wants to shoot, this is the background, this is the upper part of the outfit, this is the lower part of the outfit, she's dark skinned, this is the lighting that I think I want to use. Can you create something like this? And then he created it, sent it to the client. The client was like, woo, mad. She paid and secured the second day. What you've done is you've shown your client that I'm able to interpret your vision and bring it to life. And I can go one step ahead to show you what the mock-up is going to look like. So you are rest assured that I can make your dream come true. That's it. So if you see photography in an entirely different light of, I am not taking pictures, I am interpreting people's ideas. It can start from just, I just want to come to the studio. Keep doing it. When you're doing it, you're sending signals to the universe that this is the kind of people that you want. And then it's going to come to you. One day, someone will have the full idea of what they want to shoot, send it to you. You're able to do that, and then it goes on great from there. What you just need to change the trajectory of the kind of client that you need to attract is what you've been doing since. Just move it a bit. Do one more thing that is better. They are not paying you for me. They didn't pay me for consultation. I don't charge for consultation. But I'm going to show you that I understand your vision so much. And then it is not all clients that will stay at the end of the day. Just know that, like I said, the art of detaching. Detach yourself from ownership. It is not all clients. So when I do that, they're able to understand. My iPad has gone off right now. I would have showed you guys like different kind of scenarios. Different. A client approached me that she wants to do a shoot for DSTV. Now she was on the show and all that. And she was trying to relate with me on how do I create this. This is the outfit that I want to shoot and all of that. I have a set, I have this and all of that. And I just went on chat. Even down to her name, I created the whole thing just by prompting. Just told her what to do. He put it, and immediately she saw it. She was like, Felix, this is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly it. So she wants, that kind of client will not doubt you anymore that if you are able to accomplish. Imagine a pre-wedding shoot, and you are able to tell them this one as well. And this is not even coming down to using AI to create background right now, but just to interpret vision. So the next step that I use AI to do is create backgrounds that I have always done. So one thing that I, for my kind of clients right now, they like exclusivity.
Uniqueness.
So exclusivity makes it look like you are creating this for me, and I'm happy that it is only for me. I can't see it somewhere else. You understand? So I speak exclusive language. Just imagine how much I will be charging for something like that now. So if you speak general language, you won't be able to increase your own pricing to match up, because clients will be asking, why would I pay these amounts if I can get it somewhere else? Am I making sense? So this is how you use AI to differentiate yourself and separate yourself from the competition. Because at the end of the day, yes, the competition is with yourself, but in terms of money making, the competition is out there. There are tons of photographers out there. But you need to take one step that will separate you from. And so when they come to you, and for a fact, all of this that I'm saying boils down to the experience that you're giving your clients. So if your experience is unique to that client, they will consider you sometime again when they want to pay money for what you're delivering. If your experience is not unique, they can easily forget you. So this is how I use AI to separate myself: branding, business aspect of things, technical aspect of things, and all of that. I can use it to analyze lighting as well, and everything. So these are the few ones that I think I've been able to use it, and I can remember right now.
Thank you so much. That's good. Hope you guys wrote some of these things down. So the whole idea is to just research on it. Yeah, you get, there's so much you can do with it. If I'm to answer that same question, I'm going to come from a completely different point of view, right? To tell you the potential is too huge when it comes to what AI can do.
Sorry, if you're a podcaster, if you like to, you can use it for scripting, ideation, conceptualization, and all of that. It can be a good one. And then, recently I tried another form of video editing, which is AI-based, to edit my video. In 15 minutes, it was done. I liked it. Like, I wouldn't be able to spend that much time, you understand, editing and putting all those things. It would probably take me like 3 days. But AI was able to do it in 15 minutes, and I got the result sharp and everything. I'm like, this is good. So AI has been able to level the feed for everybody.
Yes.
It's a leveling feed. You can create great products, great experience, just by learning and asking the right questions.
Beautiful. Just ask AI questions. And there's no question that is too stupid. Don't think your question is too ridiculous. At least the AI is not a human being. That will make you feel awkward. Ask. Just keep asking. No matter how weird it is, you'll be shocked. You know, the answers and the feedback you ultimately get. Are we getting value?
Take videos.
You want to charge the tab a bit? Okay.
Yeah, you can go on though.
Yeah. So let us speak briefly on how to develop and cultivate the right habits. Because I know that all these things we are talking about, to be successful, the crux of it is what you do on a daily basis. What your lifestyle is every day, which is where habits come to play. And I feel like we should practically talk a bit about how to cultivate the habit that can drive you in the direction of which you want your life to go. How do you create new habits? How do you cultivate it? How do you master good habits?
This is a very wonderful question, Magic, because I don't like to go in this direction of habits, subconscious, conscious mind, and everything, because I feel like a lot of people do not understand this. Maybe it's a guesswork, but I'm happy you brought that up. So when it comes to habits, it starts okay, so a few years ago, I started asking some deep questions about myself and my existence. And I want to start from the source so I can draw it to habits. And why do I do what I do? That was the question that I asked myself. Why do I do what I do? Why am I calm? Why am I patient? Why do I speak so loudly sometimes? Why do I shout sometimes and all that? And you will think that it is just, there's something deep inside you, because your hand, your leg, saying my hand, saying my leg means there's something in me that is me, not this thing. You understand? So it starts from knowing the source of who you are. What are you exactly? And then what cultivated you to be able to do the things that you do? Do you take attributes from your dad, from your mom, from siblings, or from the environment that you are? So when you start asking yourself deep questions like this, you'll be able to analyze, like, okay, so this habit of mine, I don't like it. How can I reprogram my subconscious mind to create a new kind of habit? So that is actually the source of it. So you're made up with conscious mind and subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is an automatic guy that does things without even you knowing. If you start to learn driving right now, you start to learn it consciously by applying your mind, your hands, your legs, and everything. Over time, it becomes subconscious that you can enter into your car now. You know what to do to keep it moving. That is how it works. So subconsciously, it becomes an habit, but it has to start from the conscious move of things. So creating a habit means that you need to kill one habit to make one habit alive. So what is the habit that you're trying to kill? If you're trying to kill any habit at all, maybe distractions, you need to starve it. By starving that habit, you're taking the power away. So you're drawing it away from the subconscious and consciously just killing it. And then when you do that, you are able to now say, okay, without this distraction, I want to deliberately focus. But there will be time when your conscious or your subconscious mind wants to be distracted by grabbing your phone and all of that. And by putting it in the next room, like I mentioned earlier, developing a conscious effort of, I want to learn the habits of staying focused without distractions. So habit learning is very, very conscious. You need to know why you do what you do first. Why you scroll or doom scroll is because your brain, you're giving your brain a shot of dopamine, and it is a short-lived kind of dopamine. Dopamine in your brain makes your brain happy for a short period of time. You laugh on your TikTok. You laugh, you laugh, you laugh, you laugh, you laugh. Before you know it, 3 hours is gone because you're giving it a shot of dopamine. So now you're telling yourself, okay, I don't want that short-lived kind of dopamine again. I want to give myself long-lived that kind of dopamine, which comes from exercising, which comes from learning, which comes from deep study, and all of that, which comes from eating the right food, not junks. So now that you know that, okay, I know why I do what I do. It is because of short-lived dopamine. Now I need to deliberately kill it. So in what situations am I where I get distracted? It is when my phone is close to me, and it is when it is connected to the internet. Or I put it in another room, lock it up, allocate time for yourself and say, I want to be focused. So when you do this over and over again, it goes from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind automatically. And you are able to assign a particular time or point in time to cultivate that habit. You understand? So it is by killing something first and then deliberately cultivating something. And then one of the ways that I read on how to cultivate habit is also put something in the room that would allow you to go in pursuit of what you want to cultivate. For example, it could be you want to start jogging every morning. So put your boots in the room. So when your eye sees the boots, you'll be like, oh, I'm supposed to get up and run. Over time, you're subconsciously going to see that that boot is tied to an action. So you step into it, and then one day you jog, 2 days you jog, and all of that. However, environment is also is important, and I'm going to use myself as an example. There was a time that I bought a lot of gym gears in my house because I want to start working out and all of that. And it worked out for a period of time. It really did work out until sometime that I feel tired, I'm not able to do it again. And I figured out that it's because I don't have like minds around me. That is why I'm getting weary by the day. So I've signed up for the gym now, and when I'm in the like-mind area, that space, it will make me want to do more. So if you are secluded, you are not able to cultivate a particular form of habit. Reach out to people that you want to be in their circle, that they are doing something and all of that. If you are in my space, especially in my studio, you'll be forced to want to learn. There's no way, because it's a learning platform. I'm always asking you questions of, what have you learned? Because I'm that person, and then you are around me, you will know that you need to learn more, you need to be better for yourself. And that is how I've been able to cultivate habits. And yeah, it's a workable, practical way.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Killing the bad habits to cultivate the new ones.
Yeah.
But can you give us a bit of maybe some specific new habits that you recommend that people actually develop to grow? Maybe some kinds of habits that you believe these are good habits that you need to cultivate for you to actually grow.
Learning, study. Study is one habit that you need. Because I know a lot of people couldn't wait to finish university and then so that they can be like, I beg, I know they read again. And let me focus on what I want to focus. But if you keep on studying, you keep on expanding your mind. And then the thing is, the driver to whatever it is that you are going to achieve is not the tool that you're using, it's your mindset. That's the main driver. It is not because I have an iPad, that is why editing is faster for me. It is because my mindset says I want editing to be faster for me, so I need to purchase something. So if your mind is not renewed, or you don't study more, you won't be able to pursue what is better for you. So by studying, by reading, by opening your eyes and actually studying, go on YouTube, learn things from, actually sit down and listen to people, it will help you. That's one habit that I will say you should cultivate. Distraction also, take out distraction, try to learn the habits of focus. And then the habits of stillness. Everybody is so
In a hurry.
like, learn the habit of stillness. Like, just stay in one position without anything and just observe. Observe. I'm talking about this from experience because it's what I did. If I did not do this, I will not be able to tell you guys that it's workable. When you're still, some thoughts comes to your mind that you don't know where they're coming from. Don't be too hyperactive or hyper-reactive. Just calm down. Learn the art of stillness. If anybody is a Christian here, you'll know that the Bible talks so much about be still and know that I am God. There is a reason for that. Stillness helps you to be able to see clearly. And then another habit that I would recommend is the habit of listening twice before reacting. Everybody is reactive right now. Everybody is reactive. I don't know why everybody is agitated, reactive. Everybody is out to get something because of the survivor mentality. But if you could just calm down and listen twice, calm down, listen twice, learn the habit of just calming down. That's the most way I can put it. And listen twice before you talk. It will take a long way. In fact, the Bible says, the Bible says that for if a fool holds his mouth or holds his tongue, he will be considered wise. And that is it. So listen twice before you talk. Learn also the habits of emotional intelligence. A lot of people, like I said, are reactive. If you are kind, if you are very emotionally intelligent and kind to someone else or your client, it goes a long way. The way you talk, the way you relate with them, what you look out for. And then another thing that I notice is people don't care. If you can learn the habits of caring, it will go a long way. Auntie T.Y. was talking on Tosin Junaid's class one time. And she says that the best way that we should collect your clients is by outpouring love on that person. That is care. So care for your clients extensively beyond how much they are paying you. I had an experience with a client because of how much I've trained my staff. They look out for my clients. So one day we were done shooting and my client was complaining about her leg, that her leg was hurting her. And then my manager got oil, poured it on her leg and started massaging it. Did they pay me for that? Did they pay you for that? No. But and then she was assumed like, Vivian, what's going on? She said, you complained about your leg, I'm massaging it for you. And then the client called me like, is this what you guys do here? I said, what do we do? She was like, I complained about my leg and your manager is massaging my leg. I'm like, yeah, we look out for our clients. There was no point in time that I sat my manager down and said, go and be massaging people's leg. But because she cares beyond how much she's being paid, it shows that, so you are not seeing me as a transaction. You're seeing me as a person. That is important. So the habit of caring for people, like be caring, not because, this person, I can get something out of this person so I can care. Even waiters, anybody, cleaners and all that, care for people, look out for people and all of that. That's one thing that I would say it's a good habit and all of that.
Powerful.
So, yeah.
Powerful. Thank you so much. That's a really great answer. So, my final question would be for you to speak a bit on how crucial collaboration is when it comes to growth. I believe from our conversations and from what I've seen, growth never works when you are just alone, when you do it on your own. So I want you to just express the importance of collaboration and practical ways photographers can use this to develop their career.
Okay, so the first way I approach collaboration while starting up as a photographer was get like minds around me. Makeup artist, hairstylist, wardrobe stylist. I was able to get these like minds around me and I say, let us create something so that we can push ourselves together. And that's really changed the game for me. So I will come up with a theme. Let's say I want to do something with jeans. You understand the jeans outfit or the blue jeans. I will come up with maybe jeans dream or dream of different jeans and something like that. And then I'll get a stylist like, okay, I have an idea about jeans. This is how we approach it. This is how we approach it. This is how we approach it. I'm like, okay, can you come up with it? Oh yeah, no problem. Let me do that. It's a collaborative work with us. I will reach out to makeup artist. I want to create this. This is how the makeup is going to be. I'm going to draft out all the mood boards as a person because I spearheaded our collaborative states or stage. And then this is how the makeup is going to be. This is how the makeup is going to be. And then, okay, no problem. Hairstylist, this is how it's going to be and all of that. In situations where we need to buy stuff, we contribute together. Like, okay, we need to get a new hair for this kind of thing. Let us contribute to rent it. The outfit, we need to rent it. Let us contribute to rent it. You understand? So we contribute and all of that, because you cannot achieve anything without sacrifice. You need to sacrifice something. So a lot of creative that don't like to pay money for something and always looking out for free, you're not going to get anything from it, believe me when I say that. When I learned the art of sacrificing things, see, this is what is going to happen. When you sacrifice things, it dies and then it sprouts and develop into something that you're going to gain over time, right? When you don't sacrifice, nothing is dying. For a seed to germinate, it needs to die. So you're just going to gain whatever you're going to gain for the moment. It is not going to go into your future. Now, sacrificing doesn't mean that everything that comes to you for free will not grow you. It will. Because you're sacrificing attention as well. You're sacrificing energy as well. But there will be a time where you need to buy fertilizer to make something grow better, which is actually putting your money into some things to make it grow you. A lot of people, my last student came from Australia to come and learn photography. And she said she chose me not because of how I know how to shoot, but she knows that there's other things that I know that she can only get by access to me. So she needed to pay for that. And then during the class, she was saying those things like, hey, this is why I paid you, Felix. This is why I paid you. Because you can gain all the technical knowledge that you can gain for free. But there are some experiences that you cannot gain except you have access to this person. And access means that you have to pay money to gain it. I deviated for a bit. Let's go back to collaboration. So if you need to pay for that collaboration to come into existence, pay for it and all of that. So collaboration cannot be overemphasized because you cannot grow alone. You have to grow collectively. And then the people that you are doing collaboration with also is important. So let's say I want to get more wedding clients and I'm collaborating with fashion stylists that only focus on AMVCA. It doesn't tally. Am I making sense? So look out for, because you also need to show value first before you can gain value. So if you are the one approaching these people, you have to tell them that this is my body of work, this is what I've created, this is the mood board. Don't just approach people and say that, let us shoot now. They'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll call you when I need you. But if you go with an approach, I have an idea. This is the idea. This is what it's going to do for us. It's going to push everybody. If we post it and collaborate, it's going to get visibility, it's going to get engagement, it's going to get this, it's going to get that. And then you guys grow together. And then when collaborating, don't shoot for the moon or for the sun. Look at the low-hanging fruits and go for the low-hanging fruits. There are people on your level that you can collaborate with. So if you are not in the level of, say, BM Pro, why are you reaching out to BM Pro? Because you will just hear no. Although Audacity sometimes also work, you can shoot your shots. Not to nullify that. You can shoot your shots. But it is also important that you start from somewhere. Look at the low-hanging fruits. Because you're going for a higher one, right? Look at the low ones. Work on those low ones. Collaborate with them. Share ideas. Create. So in my study for the new age photographers, and what I did differently, I found out that a lot of people do not like to sacrifice, do not like to bring money out to actually pay for collaboration. Is there any other collaboration? I know there will be some free ones, but do you think there's some good collaboration that you didn't bring money out of your pocket?
To be honest, no. The best ones that has helped my journey, there was financial sacrifice, not just
financial sacrifice.
Yes.
So, and then stop looking at money as something you have to hoard. You are in survival mode. Survival mode will not let you attract anything. You have to be in abundance mindset for you to actually attract abundance. So when you let go of those things so as to gain more, you're planting something in the future. It doesn't mean that, it might look like it won't happen in the now, but let me tell you that it is important because it's going to happen in the nearest future. It will happen in the nearest future. Trust me on that. I've been in this business for a while, 10 years now, and I can tell you that there are some doors that will not open until 10 years after. but the sacrifice was laid down in day one. So collaboration is very important, even with your clients. But the thing about collaboration is you have to have a goal in mind. You can't approach collaboration because they talk some more, they do collaboration, so let's do it. Have a goal in mind. Why are you doing collaboration? Okay, I'm doing collaboration because visibility. I want to do collaboration with this person because this person has views or followers. And when my work gets on it, it's going to expand my reach. Or we collectively have 20K, 20K, 20K. By the time we collaborate, your 20K sees it, your 20K sees it. Before you know it, you have about 80 or 100K eyes on your work, pushing you forward. But you need to also understand that collaboration is a consistent thing. So you can't say we collaborated 2 times in 2025. I beg, I know they collaborate again. No, you have to keep watering it by collaborating. I've done collaboration. My own approach to collaboration might be different because when some clients comes, say celebrities, I know that they are bringing value to me. So instead of entirely collaborating with them without collecting money, I give them discounts because of visibility. And not all celebrities, by the way. So that is why you have a goal in mind. You need to know the people that can push what you're trying to create. Am I making sense?
Oh, yes.
So there are some celebrities that if they reach out to me right now, I'm going to charge them 100% no discount. And there are some people that I've seen the value that they bring to my brand over time. And if I continuously work with them like that, then we can create more visibility for ourselves, more engagement. Their client sees my work and then pushes me forward and all of that. So it is important to do collaborations, but you must have a goal or objective in mind. Because if you don't have a destination you are going to, you just be walking everywhere.
Just taking random things. Thank you so much. So, what are your final words for my audience? Like something that pops in your mind right now that you know will be motivating for us all.
Okay, so my final sentence or word would be: it is possible. It is possible. Whatever it is that you lay your mind on is possible. It might look like it is not. But tell me, and I'm happy about my growth because what it gives me is the power to tell people that there's power in you to become. There's power in you to actually pursue what you want to be and actually achieve it. You just need to set your mind on it and take out all distractions. So it is possible. Whatever it is that you lay on mind, whatever dreams or aspirations you have, and I'm not talking as a motivational speaker. I'm talking as an experienced teacher because I have experienced this thing. It is possible. And then always pursue growth. And then something that I would also want to point out is don't pursue things. Don't pursue to acquire things. Car, house, clothes, perfumes and all that. Pursue becoming better. It will help you to attract better. Because when you pursue all those things, it gets to you. You are happy for a period of time, and then you're on to the next thing pursuing. And then you begin to pursue and pursue and pursue and all of that. It is unending. So just look out for yourself and be better for yourself first before you can be better for someone else. Because if you don't cultivate to be better for you yourself, where do you want to pour it from? You can't pour from an empty cup. So even though you're looking at gaining more clients, even though you're looking at gaining more attraction and money and all of that, sit down and work. It is not easy. I won't even lie about that. We talked about habits the other time. This whole habits, practical ways of creating habits is not easy at all. I still battle it. I'm human. Yeah. But for a fact, I can tell you, your environment has a very huge impact in your life. What you feed yourself, just like you eat, what you feed your mind, what you feed your ears, what do you listen to every day. If you open my Spotify, I can name you different people that I listen to repetitively to change my mind. Because like I said, the driver of what you want to gain in life is not the tool that you're using. It is your mind. The tool is just one of those things that you need to work it out. But when your mind cannot conceive it, you cannot I want to say achieve it. Yeah, so I think that should be the final words and all of that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Felix. That was powerful, right? Our head is full now. And it means a lot to me, the wealth of knowledge you've shared in the past hour. Thank you for the sacrifice of your time, and out of the deep well of your knowledge, you're able to share what
You're
you
welcome,
share. So
brother.
thank you so much. So let us say a special thank you to the amazing Felix Crown.
Thank you,
Thank
brother.
you so much. So let's take picture. Where's the camera? Is that you? Okay. Okay, so let's just do it over here.
Okay.
Okay. Another round of applause for Mr. Felix.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Let's sit. Okay, so help me. Yeah. Okay, I think this way. No. Short session for last session. Pass on adjustment. Okay. You want to stay? That's your around. I better move. Okay. I mean, my route 45 minutes. Yeah, no problem. Let me help you. All right. So, come let me move this thing to the back. Move this table to the end. Is there? All right. So we'll be done very soon. Are we tired? I know there's been a lot of silence in the room. Is it like we were listening or we were like, aspire to perspire? Is that what's on your mind? Because the truth is, everything we're talking about is what we are currently living. And this is not me coming here to toot any on and say, myself. It's a journey, right? We all have our struggles. I have mine. For example, when it comes to fitness, that's one of my major struggles. A few years ago, I started, I subscribed by what's the name of this popular gym? I subscribed by myself. I bought all the kits. I do like 3 weeks. I almost died, man. I just gave up. I went again, second time. Now, this time, I now made up my mind. I said, okay, instead of killing myself with that fitness, let me buy one small treadmill and put it in my house so that when I walk out of my room, I'm looking at the treadmill. If I'm able to do something like, even if it's just 20 minutes every morning, and I'm able to be consistent with that one for 3 months, I feel like I can move to something more. You see, that is how growth works. So when you try to intensify, you will fail. When you try to intensify too early, you will get tired. It's just like you want to do the same fitness we're talking about, and you're trying to carry 50 kg. You can't. But when you start with 2 kg, you do 2 kg, you move to 5 kg, you move to 10 kg. Eventually, you will carry that 50 kg, right? So everything that you are hearing from Felix, from Mr. Kelechi, I know it might be a lot, but just keep soaking it in. Then just start with little practical things that you can do. Little. Small. Me too, I did mine that way, little. Now, I've become so obsessed with running on the treadmill. Now I do 40 minutes. I started with 20 minutes. Now I do 40 minutes easy. And the thing with it is, as long as you are consistent, you become better. So the real work is not in the intensity, it's in the consistency. Just like the whole idea of habits we are talking about. And the moment you change your the moment you change your priority to you becoming better, you begin to attract these things. Believe me. I'm a living testimony. Because I've been there. Money, how much is that one charging? How much is that one charging? Me, so I want to charge this. That was what I was obsessed with. I did not grow. It was hard. When I now changed focus, money was not primary. I now saw money as just a mere tool, just a tool to actually do what I want. So as I was earning, I was using the money I was earning as a tool to do what I want, to pay for that class. I was not obsessed with. If I used to say to my team that there's a stage of your life where you're not supposed to be saving money. You've not even started making money. What are you saving? You are supposed to be using it. It's a tool for growth, both personal and business growth. When you grow, you will know, okay, money. You will save, you will be tired. Right? So this is not the time. It's time to use money for growth. Right? And you enjoy along the way. I'm very big on enjoying along the way. When I say enjoying, I don't mean being reckless along the way. You make time to have fun. So let me just take the next few minutes for my session, but mine will be very short, I promise. Where is the iPad? Don't worry, it's fine. Okay, camera. I want to preach. I'm going to preach the sermon now. Let's pray. It's okay. All right, iPad. All right, so it's going to be very brief. I think we've gotten plenty value so far. Thank you. I feel like a pastor. What's it? Yes, Bishop Magic. Okay. How is this live stream going? Okay. All right, so. Are we ready? Brief, don't worry. I know we're exhausted. It's been a long morning. Okay, he said I should not be brief. Let me be brief. Rojo. I used to Rojo, but it's so exciting. Hope you guys have been getting value so far, because that's what I'm big on, right? All right. So I want to quickly tell you about something that happened to me 3 years ago, thereabout. It was one of the toughest seasons in my journey as a photographer, right? I went through this drought for almost 5-6 months, if not more, without a wedding. And I said 3 years ago, so just so you know, I was already, quote unquote, popular in the industry. I have followers, I get posted by blogs and the like. So it's not like maybe when I started. I was already relevant. I was already working with, popular planners, So in the eyes of the industry and my peers, Magic is one of the names I will look up to. And I went for, as a top wedding photographer, going 4 or 5 months without a wedding, right? And this was the same year I got married. So imagine that feeling of pressure. Sometimes you start thinking it's like village, something spiritual. Wedding. Maybe somebody has said something. Did somebody roll something at the wedding when we're dancing? These funny thoughts, started coming to my head. Because I was looking weird. What's happening? No booking. I asked my secretary, are you the one that is not handling this? Give me phone. Let me check this thing. And it was tough. Really, really tough for me. And I said I would start this conversation with it because I feel like a lot of people might currently be going through something, or they've experienced something like that, of where you feel lost, you feel confused, you feel perplexed. And, it was so bad that even my mentee, one of my mentees was doing so well. To be honest, I felt kind of jealousy in some way. What's happening here? That feeling, right? And it was a very, very dark season of my life. But when it dawned on me that, okay, this is the current reality, and I have to do something about it. Especially if you're a man here, even if you are not married, the commitment as not be waiting this woman see where she entered this house with this. I need to do something. And I started studying, I started doing my research, right? And just like Felix said, I am a very crazy researcher. I research like crazy. That's because most of my discoveries don't usually come from human interaction. So my discoveries come from research. Then when I now meet actual humans, like my mentors, they just help me put, emphasis on something that I've already discovered, right? And I realized that it goes beyond the photography, far, because that's what I thought. So before I experienced that thing, I was just taking pictures. I was good, my work was trending, but I was terrible at the other things. I didn't understand how to deal with people. I had bad customer service. I had bad attitude, bad character. I had this, like we say in Yoruba, kamapa demo attitude. Like, I've delivered your job onto the next. Maybe at the odds now. DM is flowing. So, even if the client is angry, you don't even pick the call again. On to the next one. That was the approach. Until the thing just happened. It's like, time up. It was so bad, I even felt like, maybe this is it for me. This is where photography ends for me. Yeah, but let me start looking for something new to do in my journey. Because I was lazy. I was determined to be a fantastic photographer, but I was lazy when it comes to who I was. And I didn't understand that who I am is what will reflect in the business, because I'm the leader of the business. Even if your business is still just you, and you are still doing it in your bedroom, you are the leader of the business. The business is an entity, hope you know. In the moment, it might just be you. But you are the leader. So who you are is what that business will emit out there. And I wasn't ready for where I was. And I started studying more. Thank God I had a small knack to study. So I started studying more. Okay, how do I change my life? That was my moment, right? Because when you are in a bad place, when you have hit rock bottom, you are like, okay, you are in that point where anything worse than this is literal death. Okay, what can I do to kick myself, kick myself back up? So that's when I made a decision. I decided to cultivate something they call ownership. Now write this down, ownership, and just circle it. So it will be quick, but I will be hitting my points quickly in the next few minutes. There's something they call ownership. So you can say ownership is equals to responsibility. You can even use the actual equal to, we use the mathematics. Ownership is equal to responsibility. Because I had to tell myself, and I said to myself that, wait, it seems if I do not take ownership of my life, I would not make progress. So my own was extreme because I was in rock bottom. If you are not in rock bottom yet, you have an advantage. So the more you are willing to take ownership of your life, it leads you to a point where you can become responsible for your life. And when I'm talking about responsibility, I mean coming to a point where you believe or you say to yourself that, okay, where I am in my life right now, I am the cause of it. That's where it starts. Are you guys with me? You must first start that I'm the cause of this place. So if you are the type of guy that likes to blame external circumstances, external factors. See, when I was going through that drought, before I came to the realization, in the beginning, you know what I used to say? How these photographers, like people like my peers, like of Felix and co. I'd be like, these guys, they play planner, Jare. They used to pay planners. Because I was not getting job. Instead of me to try to understand my state, I was blaming, like all these other photographers, even they must be bribing planners to get jobs. That's why they are getting jobs more than me. So I'll be like, it's the industry. They don't know, I started thinking outside instead of looking at myself that, okay, this situation of my life, who is the cause of it? And an average Nigerian that I know, one way or the other, there's some feeling of blame. There's always blame. If they ask you, why is this going on in your business? It's because of, it's my family. It's my area. Anytime I travel, it's the same thing. Now worry, now this worry. If we go Lagos, it would have been different. No. When you cultivate the habit of blaming external factors, you are already doing yourself a significant disservice. So it starts with ownership. You have to tell yourself that, okay, I am the reason I am where I am right now. That way you've started. That's stage one. Then you can now start looking at, okay, how do I come out of this? Or how do I grow? How do I become better? So which leads me to talk about the 2 engines of growth. 2 engines of growth. And we need to write this down so you can research it with AI. Huh? With what? Cultivate the habit now of using AI for your research. It makes your life easy. Me, I don't even know the last time I searched something for something on Google. And the beautiful thing about Google now is even as they have their own AI self. But I love ChatGPT so much. The 2 engines of growth. Number 1, personal development. Number 2, product mastery. Personal development. Number 2, product mastery. So in that issue of my life that I experienced, that was when I knew, okay, personal development is applicable to us all. It's not only for maybe CEOs or leaders. We forget that we are CEOs, except you don't want to grow. Don't you want your business to come to a point where you have 15 staff, 30 staffs, 100 staffs, 500 staffs? Everybody has dreams, but we are not building capacity to be able to attract the dream. So the thing just stays as dream. That's it. So that's why I understand that the first engine of growth starts with personal development. Right? And I realize that a lot of you don't have a business problem. You have a you problem. It's a personal problem, even though it's reflecting in your business. You understand? It's reflecting in your business because you are not getting as much clients as you want. Your brand is not reputable as you would want it to be. But it's not really a business problem. It's a you problem. When you now start working on you, who you are, what you carry, what you know, you will be shocked. It will just emit straight into your business. Because that's what happened when I started changing myself. I started cultivating new habits. I started changing the way I think. It led to the type of decisions, different decisions. When you change, you know more. You'll be able to make more informed decisions. And I was making those decisions in my business. Of course. I would say after I came out of that, that has been in fact, my business keep getting better. This year has been the best year in my business. And the next year will be bigger. Not because I'm hoping it's bigger. I already know it will be bigger because I'm already making plans towards it. It's a sure thing. And it starts from what? Personal development. If you want the world to take you seriously, you must take yourself seriously. It starts with you. Everything that brings about change in anyone's life is when you do it personally. The moment you change yourself personally, other things will just follow. So other things don't matter much. What people think about you and what they say out there, it doesn't matter. It's who you are that matters. It will just, other things will just align behind all of it. So everything that is happening in your life right now is because of who you are. Know that. Very, very important. You are the captain of your life. Now, based on this personal development, there are 5 buckets. I learned this thing from the Diary of a CEO book. If you've read, has anybody read the Diary of a CEO book here? You've read the book? Good. Who else? Just you? You guys know Diary of a CEO podcast? Yes. So I learned this from the book, and it's something that I've taken to heart for a long time that I usually follow. So I want to share it with you guys. The 5 buckets you must fill if you want to grow. 5 buckets you must fill. And you must fill it in their order, like the way it is. You don't just jump from one to one. It can be a disaster. The first bucket is what you know. What you know, which means knowledge. That's the first bucket. What you know, which means knowledge. So you can just put what you know, / then knowledge. Then the second is what you can do. You cannot put a /, which means skills, your skills. So the first one is what you know, knowledge. Number 2, what you can do, skills. Then number 3, who you know, network. Who you know, network. Are you guys there? Number 4, what you have. What you have, which is resources. What you have, which is resources. And number 5, what the world thinks of you. What the world thinks of you, which is reputation. What you know, knowledge. What you can do, skills. Who you know, network. What you have, resources. What the world thinks of you, reputation. That's the 5 buckets. So when I saw this in that book, I just put it somewhere. I just put it in my personal diary, and it's something I study. And the thing about these 5 buckets is that you must follow it in the order of how it goes. So, and a lot of people are making that mistake. So you're obsessed now. You want to blow, like we call it in Nigeria. You want to blow on Instagram. You want to have reputation. You want people to call you big name, big photographer, whatever dream you have. That's the last. It's something that it's not time for that yet. It's a ladder, right? The first thing is knowledge. What you know. It starts from there, which is where habits comes to play. And one of the number 1 tip I can give you now as to what you know that will help you win is that you need to change your digital environment. And specifically using the word digital. You need to change your digital environment, because I feel like that's the number 1 problem we have in this day and age. Digital environment, phone, social media. Transformation for me came when I decided to relegate social media in my life. Me too, all of us were, me too. Even till now, I still struggle in between, but it's drastically low. Before, are you kidding me? Hours. The moment I just open my eyes from the bed, some of you are still there. You know yourself. That's it. TikTok, IG. Before you know it, 45 minutes. When your brain is still fresh, you just slept. Your brain is still fresh. Your brain is really in baby mode. It's taking in things. You just open Instablog. You first see one accident that happened in your $10 bridge. You now see one celebrity that is causing another celebrity. One couple, BBN. Nonsense. You pollute your mind, and it affects your productivity for the rest of the day. Believe me. You might not think it does, but it does. It affects. So you need to start to seek for knowledge, guys. That is what makes people stand out from the rest. And the earlier you start, the better. It needs to become a lifestyle. Now, I use my time. I don't think a day goes without me learning something new. It has become normal. My last weekend wedding was in Ibadan, for example. I used train. The train ride was like an hour, 45 minutes, almost 2 hours. You know, I was studying. There's no, what am I going to be doing for 2 hours? I didn't even open my social media. I don't even think I was online. I just put my phone in my pocket. I took my iPad. 2 hours is a lot of time. If I didn't even know when we arrived at the bus, it was my PA that was calling that we arrived. We were in different coach. Because I was so engrossed in what I was studying. Coming back to Lagos on Sunday, the same thing. So in just 3 days, I went through, because in Ibadan I was busy because of the wedding. I went through 4 hours of study. That's a lot. And the beautiful thing about it is that all of these things, they compound. So when I say seek knowledge, I'm not talking about, oh, you shut the door. You're not there, you're reading, all those things. No. Simple, just do simple things. You just wake up in the morning, just tell yourself, just 30 minutes. Don't kill yourself. 30 minutes every day. In a day, that means if you do it 30 minutes every day, in 2 days, you've studied for 1 hour. In 4 days, you study for 2 hours. In 6 days, you study for 3 hours. Calculate that in 30 days. Calculate that in 3 months. How many hours of study you've amassed to build yourself. All these little topics that Uncle K, Felix talked about. You know, you want to learn branding. You want to learn lighting. You want to learn retouching. You want to learn business. You want to learn emotional intelligence. You want to learn personal growth. You want to learn discipline. Just 1 hour. You know, before, when I watched the likes of legends like the Oyedekos, the big men, and they say, in a week, in a month, I read 5 books per month. It's Kenny that told me that in Miles Monroe. Some of you probably know Miles Monroe. I love him dearly. He used to say things like 5 books per month. So I used to try. I want to do 5 books in a week. Others. It didn't work. So I came to the point that even if it's just 1 book I read in a month, it's better than not reading anything at all. But in a year, that's 12 books. That's a lot. So now I started thinking long term. That's what I was talking about with the treadmill thing. I don't think short term anymore. That next 3 months I want to read 30 books. No, it doesn't work. Okay, even if in 3 months it's just 1 book I can read, it's better than not reading anything at all. But what would make you attain skill is to cultivate the habit of seeking knowledge. When you start to seek knowledge, you become better as a person. Then, number 2, you can now master a skill. We are photographers here. That's a skill. And I can tell you for a fact, the photography industry is just getting started. There's so much potential in the nearest future. So much money to be made. So we are in a good industry. Even with the AI is here to help us. If you know what you are doing. Right? Not to render us extinct. Knowledge. So see, only the people that win are the type of people, the people that cultivate lifestyle to know things that other people don't know. And we live in a day and age where a significant percentage of people are not learning anything. That's why everybody is obsessed with Pella. That's the truth, because they just see Pella as not to criticize the guy, but they just see him as an example of, I don't have to know anything and I can still make money. I can just be there, just be blowing. See, Pella is 1 in a million. So if you are looking at the likes, let me not specifically say him, but if you are looking at the likes of him as an example, you are getting it wrong. That's 1 in a million. It's just like people that used to talk about the fact that Bill Gates dropped out from school, Mark Zuckerberg dropped out from school. That does not mean you should drop out from school. The fact that they are just like 1% of global leaders. The remaining 99 billionaires saying something on one stage that he said maybe 4 years ago. And during that conference, the people that came there maybe paid $5,000 to attend that conference. But it was 4 years ago. So the company, maybe it's already old data. They say, okay, let us put it on YouTube and I will learn free just by sitting on my couch. That's how it works. Because it's free, we don't tend to value the power of it. Some of you don't, you probably see my thumbnail on your YouTube homepage. You say, no, just scroll around and look for macaroni or Brashagi to watch. Because it's there now, it's free now. You don't value it. You don't understand that is how you can grow. And the more I kept feeding my mind with these things, it works, because you will just you become a deeper person. And the kind of decisions you make will be better. That's what will happen. You will just be able to approach life differently. The kind of challenges I face now, when I faced them before, I react differently. Before, there's a lot of panic. Now, I don't panic. I just say, okay, there's more. Okay, I can just do it this way. Even if I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. I still don't panic, because I've learned so much. It has become an habit. So sometimes I feel bad when I'm unable to study. I feel like something is wrong. And it's not because this is who I am. It's something I cultivated too. I used to be extremely lazy. When I say I used to be, I don't mean 10 years ago. I mean, 4 years ago. I don't like reading. I never liked reading. I hate reading. It's tiring, it's boring. It used to make me sleep. That's the truth. So I have my video for the day. And I like video like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So the screen of my treadmill will show you the time. And anytime I'm looking at the time, it used to make me feel tired. Maybe after I've done time, it used to make me feel tired. Maybe after I've done 10 minutes, I'll take the body, and I'll be like, I still have 10 minutes. I'll take the body, and I'll be like, I still have 20 minutes to go. So I use this iPad to cover the screen. So I won't see time. So I'll just be enjoying the video. Why? So I'll just be enjoying the video while my subconscious is just, my body is just moving. So a lot of times my subconscious is just, my body is just moving. So a lot of times I just forget that I'm even on the treadmill when those billionaires are dropping bombs in my head. I'm like, treadmill when those billionaires are dropping bombs in my head. I'm like, not true, not true, Before I know it, 40 minutes. Fitness, I've learned something. You understand? Before, I'm not even confident to even ask you for dinner in the first place. Not to talk of sitting with you. So the reason we don't know how to network is because we are not knowledgeable. If you are knowledgeable, you would even want to talk to more people. It gives you confidence. Knowledge brings confidence. So don't say, I want to now start networking. You don't have knowledge on anything. You don't understand how to dress. You don't understand how to talk. You don't understand how to communicate, how to carry yourself, how to look good, how to smell nice. Who do you want to network with? You can't. So it's a process. If you jump to network and you don't have knowledge, it will backfire. You get what I'm saying? It will backfire and it might be damaging, which is the last thing you want. I've been there. I've lost a lot of people in my journey, especially before COVID. That was it. I've been a very relevant photographer for a long time, just so you know. As of 2017, I was one of the most popular wedding photographers in the country, 2017. So I did not just start. I mean popular, shooting the biggest wedding. I shot a number of celebrity weddings back in the day. But the thing just went all the way down because of these other things I was unable to balance with. So now I have struck a balance, and the growth is very, very evident. Doesn't mean it's easy, but the growth is actually very, very evident, which leads to resources. But when you know what you are doing, you are skillful, you know people, you will make money. So you see that money will become a result. So when you start making money, then you can now start thinking of building reputation, personal brand, how you are known, how you can start to influence your industry. You see, it's a journey. So you have to just notice, okay, these are the 5 buckets. If you can, write it somewhere and paste it somewhere. It will significantly help you. I have it written here. I said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I learned this one from Jim Rohn. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So emphasis on self. You see that, Uncle K, emphasis on self. Felix Crown, emphasis on self. You see that everything revolves around self. You get what I mean when I say self, Sha? Self, you. It's you. It's all about you. So when they talk about mindset, self-discipline, self-concept, self-esteem, that's the way. That's the way to money that we're talking about, to success, to fame, which even though I don't believe in fame, but fame and whatever it is. That is the way. Self. So anything around self-discovery, self-mindset, self-esteem, self-discipline, anything self-related is the way to go. So that's the whole point of this program today. I want to change your mind to that, focus on inner, who you are, beyond just Instagram accounts and website. Now I have businesses, I have brands that we've not even opened Instagram page for, and I'm making money. Because I'm able to apply the normal principle for growth, that I'm able to even get customers because I'm able to build network. And I tell them, and the beautiful thing about network is, when you know what you are doing, you are skillful, you start to build network. You will not rely so much on social media to get jobs. Like Red Magic, for example, we have a video production company. Nobody knows. Have you seen Red Magic films anyway? We don't have. We have, but I mean, it's not online. And we have. And when I say we have, it's not a side also. It's bringing a significant inflow into the business. Significant. Because I'm building network. So it's the network that is giving me access to people that are able to give me these jobs. And nobody knows. I don't even know how to operate Gimba. Because I have knowledge. So I'm able to use my knowledge to build a business around it, even though I don't know how to shoot. So follow this progress. It will significantly help you. Right? I have it here. I said, either you run the day or the day runs you. See, every day is important. So either you run the day or the day runs you. And you'll be shocked that if you are able to take the first few things you do every day, let it be your own decision to do those things, you see that the rest of the day will make a lot of sense. If you've tried it before, you know what I'm saying. Maybe you say, okay, when I wake up tomorrow, I want to do 30 minutes exercise. I want to use 30 minutes to maybe pray or read or whatever. I want to, maybe that first 2 hours, you made up your mind that you will do this list of things. You now actually do them. You see that the rest of the day will make so much. In fact, by the time you sit to watch a movie, you feel good. You feel proud to watch that movie. I don't try now. Make I relax. You feel proud of yourself. But when you wake up and you're on social media, you're distracted, you're in bed till 11, you're just pacing through the house, you feel, there's a feeling of defeat it gives. You might not know it's defeat, but it's a feeling. You're not just in a fantastic mood. Let me just continue that series. Because that will give you some dopamine, make you feel good, some entertainment. So don't let your day run you. Because I realized that people that became billionaires, what really changed is their daily activity. It's what they do every day. It's not what they did in one day. It's not a one-day thing or what they did those 2 days. No. It's every day there's a lifestyle. So I used to watch podcasts of billionaires a lot. I love it. When I see a thumbnail and see how this man made $5 billion in the Kinikon, especially all those white men, $5 billion. I'm not really looking at the practical steps they used to make them. I'm not even in their industry. Some of them are in some fun solar. What is my business with solar? But when they are talking about their journey, that's the part I used to concentrate the most. So, how do you say, this is what I do every day? This is the kind of things I tell my staff. This is how I approach decision making in my office. That's the part I like. I might not listen to the part that, okay, this is how I went to sell my solar or sell my panel or whatever, right? It is those things that makes all the difference. Are we getting value? Now, the second one is product mastery. We've talked about personal development, product mastery. Write this down. I said, you don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. It's not the same thing. I will explain in a second. You don't get paid for the hour. That's H-O-U-R, hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. Mastery, guys. The reason I say you don't get paid for the hour is that if you are still approaching your business as, let me just take pictures so that clients can book me. You are just in the crowd. You just want to, and being in the crowd is one of the toughest places to be. Very tough, because there's a lot of crowd. In our industry, we are plenty. Everybody is using mirrorless camera now. Even if you can't afford one, you can rent. So it's not about, what camera are you using? What lens? Now those ones are part. Maybe 7-8 years ago, it was a big deal, because very few photographers could afford the best gears. Now, even if you cannot afford it, when you get a job, you can go and rent. At least shoot with a mirrorless. And the truth is, if someone shoots with an USR and someone shoots with an R5, there's barely no difference when you see it on Instagram. We have a lot of photographers that still shoot USR. Lucas Ugo shoots USR. He's one of the best wedding photographers we have in the industry. You guys know Lucas Ugo? You don't know Lucas Ugo? Lucas Ugo. Uga, who do you now know? You know, he's one of the best wedding photographers. And we have people that shoot R5, right? We have likes of birds, C3 pictures. They also, but will you come and tell me that Lucas Ugo's work does not have quality? For those of you that follow him, right? So it's not about that. It's about the value you bring to the hour. What do I mean by value? Mastery. See, that obsession for excellence, and it goes beyond just pictures. It shines mostly when it comes to client experience. See, the best marketing you can give yourself is client experience. You need to make your client always feel good that they worked with you. It must be a goal. They need to feel happy. Thank God I chose this guy. Thank God I chose this guy. They need to feel excited. There has to be something that you give your client that makes them happy. And it starts from the quality of your product, which is the first thing. So that obsession for mastery is very important. Unfortunately, you are in a competitive space. Very competitive. Boys are coming out and they are killing it when it comes to the product. Even though it doesn't end at the product, it starts there. Your picture has to be good. Your picture should be able to compete. You're supposed to drop images and it's beam. You know what I mean when I say beam? Like people scroll and they go back and say, wow, what's that? And the moment in the first 5-10 minutes of your post, people are looking at it. Algorithms notice that people are looking at it. It does what? Push it out for you. The reason a lot of creatives are not growing on social media is because your product is not good enough. Because the algorithm is designed to help your product go far if the product is good enough. Because if it's good enough, the people that follow you will like it. They will like it. They will, if it's a video, they will slow down and watch it. And as they're watching it, the algorithm is reading that even if they don't press like, because just by them watching, the algorithm knows. And it will start to push it to non-followers of yours. So, mastering photography is a necessity. If it's not a necessity, don't stay in the industry then, go elsewhere. Like I used to say, I'm not passionate. I'm not, the likes of Felix and Uncle K, these people, they live, you know, how do I put it? They live for photography. They love it. I love it too. No people not come and say, but I'm not that crazy about it, to be honest. But I made a decision to master it. It's a decision that I'm not that crazy about this thing, but I like the photography space. I like the industry. I'm going to be one of the best. I was able to grow my academy because I'm a good photographer. I don't think anybody will listen to me if I don't know the photography itself, which is what we all do. And it came from intentional. There's a lot of free stuff online. A lot. On YouTube. It should be your lifestyle. All these names that Felix was mentioning, Lindsay Adler, KELECHI, all of them are online. They are on YouTube. Lindsay Adler is one of the best photographers in the world. You guys know Lindsay, right? Her paid courses are not so cheap. But she has a lot of free videos on YouTube on lighting. She's a lighting master. And she has hundreds of videos sitting there. Some of you can't boast that you've watched up to 50 of Lindsay's video. And it's right there on your phone. And you are like, Magic, teach me lighting. What do I know? Where Lindsay is, right there on your phone. Think about it. So we don't understand that there's access to all of this information. Right? But we are not taking it seriously. It's very, very important. Mastery is very, very key. Success is not mysterious. It is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. It is not magical. It's not magic. It's just the results of applying basic things. Basic things like the things we are talking about here. Just simple, basic things consistently. That's all. That's what I'll wrap up with. I don't want to take too much of your time. Applying simple, basic things consistently. So if it's fitness, like my example, even if it's just 15 minutes, if you do 15 minutes for 3 months, you are better than someone that did 2 hours once a month. You get what I'm saying? It's not the same. So I would recommend that you just tell yourself every day, at least 1 hour must go to something that will better my life. 1 hour is really small now. At least we sleep for maybe 7-8 hours. You know, plus that 1 hour. That's 9 hours. You still have like almost 12-13 hours left to finish Money Heist, or which one are you watching? Right? Just 1 hour. And just split that 1 hour into different. You can just say 15 minutes, I will move my body when I wake up. You don't have to go to the gym. You can take a walk down your street. You can start, just, it's the consistency. You know, the beautiful thing about it is that it rewires your mind. So it's not just about, maybe you have seen my stick now. So it's not like maybe it will give you, what's it called, packs. Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. It helps you understand that you can set a goal and achieve it. You feel proud of yourself and you want to do more. And it all connects. If you're able to get discipline when it comes to fitness, it will be easy for you to get discipline when it comes to skincare. Or making the right decisions as to what to eat. Or the habit of reading. It will be easy because you are already winning in one. You are cultivating discipline in one, and all of them connect together. So if you are struggling to move your body for 15 minutes, you will not have the patience to say you want to sit down and read one chapter of that book or watch that YouTube video. All of them work together. So just give yourself an hour. You see, I'm making it as simple as possible. Just 1 hour. You wake up, you open your eyes. For the next 1 hour, I will work on myself. After that 1 hour, I will do anything I like. And you keep that up for 3 months, 90 days. You will be shocked that, in fact, it won't get to that 90 days. You see that you've exceeded 1 hour. Because you'll be making discoveries. Things will be happening. Even when you are reading your WhatsApp video, something will happen that you tried, that you got the results. You want to know more. You'll be more curious. Your mind is sharpening up. You'll be making better decisions. You'll be feeling better physically. And naturally, you start to attract other things because it helps you. You become confident. When I'm talking to potential customers now, during our sales calls, there's a lot of confidence that comes from me that I didn't have before. Not because I'm more experienced. No, it's because I know more. I don't think there's any question they will throw at me that will make me shake. Because I know more. I know more about making them feel good. I know how to hype them. I know how to manage their emotions because I've learned more. And I do it in bits. I'm trying to emphasize the place of small. I don't come to say, do it, but don't kill yourself. So don't come and try to go crazy. Just take it small, but be consistent. That is where the magic is. So don't expect that because you read one chapter of a book today, your life will just change. Boom, I read book, oh, my life has not changed. It doesn't work that way. It is in the consistency. You will know. You will know. You will feel it. You will know. I feel better. I feel good. Physically, I don't feel tired as I used to feel anymore. I'm sleeping better now. I'm sleeping better. My mind is clear because of this exercise. And it will show. It will show your energy. It will show in the way you carry yourself. You just become a different person. And it is in who you become. Don't forget what Uncle K said. When you become this thing, you will keep becoming. Even him is still becoming. You keep becoming and you begin to attract the results that you are actually looking for. So if you want something that you can take home, let this be your take home. 1 hour a day. That's possible, right? 1 hour is not a lot. Just 1 hour. Just focus on physical and mental. Try to put physical. It will help you build discipline. Believe me. That physical will help. Even if it's 10 minutes. Do something physical every day. Forget about physical results. You get what I mean? Forget about, this storm is still there. Leave that one. You just do something physical every day. If it's to just walk down your street 4 times and come back inside your house in the morning. Start there. In fact, the beautiful thing about this physical thing is that you can do mental simultaneously. So when you're taking your work, you can just put your earpiece on your ear and listen to something. Listen to a podcast. Listen to an interview from global CEOs. It will be shaping your mind as you are walking. You won't even know when you spend 30 minutes because you are enjoying that thing you are listening to. So 1 hour, you do this till, in fact, this is August. You can tell yourself that from now till end of the year, let me take 1 hour. Just make up your mind. From now till end of the year, let me take an hour to work on myself every day when I wake up. Don't let busy days mess it up. You get what I mean? When I traveled to Abuja last week for a project, it's a 3-day project, I carried my gym shorts with me. And I made sure the hotel I was going to lodge has treadmill. It was intentional. Because I'll be here for like 5 days. Oh. If I don't do this, at least out of that 5 days, if I don't do like 3 days inside, it's going to slow me down. Oh. And by the time I come back, my body is already adapting to a different, stereotype. And I might struggle to kick up that momentum again. That's how it works. When I went to Ibadan, I was unable to go with my equipment. But in the morning, I did all the normal physical exercise I could do. The normal, maybe hands up, jump up, clap your hands. I just tried to make sure that consistency, I don't break it. So that one took me just 5 minutes, but I still felt better at all. I said, I'll do something. Make I go shoot. Right? And when you keep that up for a long period of time, your life will change. So do it. It starts from you. Forget about industry. Forget about money. People, clients don't they pay. Clients, they pay. Money is in abundance. Trust me. It's in abundance out there. It's too much. The demand is there for our industry. Photographers are making serious money. When I have conversations with my fellow photographers, this year, you'll be hearing 200 million, 100 million, 300 million. Easy. I'm not joking. I'm not giving you random figures. This is fact. I'm not talking of the likes of Uncle K.O. I'm talking of younger people like myself. People are making because they've created. Not everything is social. So don't use somebody's Instagram page to determine their business. Guys are making moves, running things just through the same photo they are creating. Some of you even have better cameras than some of these guys. But because they were able to tick the box, they know what they are doing. They possess the skill. And they're able to create habits that they can follow on a daily basis. Simple habits. Nothing too crazy. Simple habits on a daily basis. And that is where all of the transformation comes from. So create a reset. Change your mind. Right? Don't think you have a market problem. You do not have a market problem. It is a you problem. And until you make up your mind to change who you are, you will not really change the external things that is happening around you. So you need to own your life, have extreme ownership, build your life around that ownership and responsibility you give it to yourself, and keep repeating it on a daily basis, and you would achieve definite transformation. Thank you very much, guys. So, thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm sure we got value today. It was longer than I thought, but I'm happy that we got value. That's my focus. But like I said, please apply the things you've learned, and I'm very sure we'll meet each other at the top. So Launch 26 is coming. How many of you attended Launch 25 conference?
Oh, a lot of you did not attend. Some of you don't even know about it. Some of you are like, what is he talking about? Oh, wow. Launch conference is one of the biggest conferences for photographers, put together by my humble self and my team, right? And Launch 26 will be bigger, better, here in Lagos, January. But you need to cultivate the habit of planning on time. So we can't say we want to have conference in January and planning in December. So the plan is already set as we speak. We will push out the campaign from September. We'll release the website where people can register for Launch 26. It's huge. Those of you that came for the last one, even me, that I was the host, I did not expect that turnout. Even though this one is paid, not free. It's paid, but it's not expensive. So it's not expensive. But we have to charge because it takes a lot. Trust me. If you know how much we spent on 25, you'll be shocked. Even this small one, just this small production you're seeing now, you'll be shocked that how much we had to incur to make this happen. It costs a lot. We don't have any sponsor. Do you see anybody's logo here? No. It's just us, in-house. We put this together. So it takes a lot to do all of these things, right? So we decided to just charge a token for Launch 26 so that we can have resources to actually do it, not for profit. At least we have money to pay for all and, pay all the cameras and all the things in between, campaign and all that, right? So for those of you that are here, just be anticipating so that when I release the first video and flyer for it, you guys are ready. It's called the Creator CEO. And I'm going to have legendary community teachers. This one will even come with master classes. Special master classes on lighting, video, key things from professionals. So it's beyond just business. We'll also be helping you with the technical point of things. So I hope you're excited for that one. All right, so I thank you all for coming out today. I'm so excited about this, and I'm grateful for those of you that showed up, and for those of you that are also watching online. Thank you all for watching. I'm sure you got value. You can go ahead and send an email to oluseimagic@gmail.com or redmagicacademy@gmail.com if you have any questions, any review, or anything you think about the program. So are we good? All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.